Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is Hawkeye Women's Basketball, brought to you by U.S. Bank, proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Iowa Lottery, be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit ialottery.com for details. By University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Authentic Brand, unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. And by Hy-Vee, score big savings at HyVdeals.com. Now to courtside, here's Rob Brooks and Jamie Lang.
And we welcome you to Championship Sunday at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis as we present the Big Ten Women's Basketball Championship game as the Iowa Hawkeyes get set to face the Ohio State Buckeyes. Well, how did the two teams arrive to this point? A couple of nights ago, Iowa took care of the Purdue Boilermakers 69-58. And then the Maryland Terrapins yesterday in an outstanding performance, 89-84. All 5 starters in double figures for the Hawkeyes. For Ohio State, they've had 2 really tight games as the number 4 seed. They had the double bye and played Michigan in the quarterfinals, won that game by 2 at 81-79, and then looked like they were done for in the second quarter yesterday, down 24 points to the number 1 seed in the tournament, the Indiana Hoosiers. But Kevin McGuff's team came all the way back, really aided by full court pressure, and took care of Indiana 79-75. So that sets the stage for Iowa and Ohio State. Hawks going after back-to-back Big Ten tournament titles. We'll get the pregame comments from head coach Lisa Bluter after the break. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball from Learfield.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP because everyone is a very important player.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4-Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatkirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Welcome back to the Target Center as we count down to tip-off Iowa and Ohio State for the Big Ten Championship. Time for the Hy-Vee Shoot-Around with Coach Bluter, brought to you by Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Well, Coach, a terrific victory yesterday. The crowd was outstanding, over 9,000. What really stood out to you on the court?
On the court, I just thought we were really focused the whole game. I was so happy with the way we shot the ball, obviously, especially Gabby Marshall, McKenna Warnock. Caitlin was Caitlin, but those guys were outstanding and really, made Maryland come out of the box and won. And so we made them go to plan B, and I tell the team, anytime you make a team go to plan B, that's a good thing. Yeah, and just crucial shots, too. Gabby Marshall, she's been shooting the ball so well, but sensational yesterday. Sensational. Had a career-high three-pointers made with 7. Well, Coach, we shift our attention to Ohio State. Terrific comeback by them against the number 1 seed in the tournament, the Indiana Hoosiers, down 24, came all the way back. And as you watch that film, that pressure defense seemed to spur them. Yeah, it did. And having J.C. Sheldon back is also, that's kind of their, I think they feel like they're feel good about themselves because they have that secret weapon back, J.C. Sheldon, who really hasn't played all year and such a phenomenal player. But we got to remember that when we played them at their place, they hadn't lost a game. And we didn't have McKenna Warnock either. So neither one of us was at full strength for that game. But yeah, I feel like they've gotten it together a little bit, and they are really doing a good job with their full court pressure. Offensively, when they're rolling along pretty good, what are they doing? Taylor Mixell is an outstanding three-point shooter, and she has such a quick release. Cody McMahon, Taylor Theory are so good in transition. They're so good at driving. They're very strong. We got to keep them off the boards. They're excellent offensive rebounders. Back with more from Coach Bluter after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP because everyone is a very important player.
Woo-hoo!
At MidAmerican Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy. Hey everyone, I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I have some exciting news to share. At Wahlburgers, we are all about bringing the family together to enjoy a great meal and have a great time. That's why right now, for a limited time, kids eat free every day at all Hy-Vee Wahlburger locations. Kids 12 and under can enjoy one free kids meal with any purchase of an adult burger, sandwich, or entree salad.
Bring the family to Wahlburgers and the Wahlburgers and Hy-Vee stores, where right now kids can eat free.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Well, Coach, you get to Sunday. Both teams have exerted a lot of effort the last couple of nights, but you've been here before. This team has been there before, so got to have a lot of confidence in this group.
Yeah, we did. We told our team we've been here the last 3 times. We played in this championship game the last 3 years and 4 of the last 5. So we know what it's like to be here. Let's use that experience on our side. And, I think our players are really excited and ready to go.
You feel like you can push against this team, and obviously I want to get the ball inside, some paint touches?
Last time, Monica was 11 for 13 from the field. We played them. Now they've switched up their post defense a little bit, and they're going to front, try to keep the ball out of the post. I do think we can push. If we can get stops, we can push on them. If we get stops, they can't set up in their press.
Good luck to the Hawks.
Thanks.
Head coach Lisa Bluter on the pregame show before Iowa and Ohio State, the Big Ten tournament title on the line. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of MidAmerican Energy.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP, because everyone is a very important player.
Woo-hoo!
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Rob Brooks, Jamie Lang, back courtside, Target Center, Minneapolis, Minnesota, as we get ready for the Big Ten Tournament Championship game. Iowa at 25-6. Ohio State also at 25-6. And at one time, actually, when Iowa beat Ohio State back on the 23rd of January, 83-72. Remember, McKenna Warnock did not play in that game because she was injured in the previous game against Michigan State. Ohio State didn't have J.C. Sheldon. She's been injured much of the year, but is playing now, and Ohio State was actually number 2 in the country and undefeated up until that point, and then lost 3 games in a row, but have kind of resurfaced in the victory column and playing much better basketball. So should be an interesting contest this afternoon. Before we get Jamie's keys to a Hawkeye victory, let's pause. 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. Well, Jamie, we watched the entire Indiana-Ohio State game yesterday, and you figured it was going to be Indiana in the title game, especially when they were up 24 points. Incidentally, that is the largest comeback ever in a Big Ten tournament game, previously held by the Iowa Hawkeyes. 19 back in 2001, Iowa over Indiana, and the second biggest comeback before Ohio State's was the Purdue Boilermakers against Wisconsin on Thursday night. Purdue was down 18 to the Badgers and won that game 57-55 for the right to play the Iowa Hawkeyes in the quarterfinals. So here we go. Ohio State, only seen them one time this year at their place. It was a good night for the Hawkeyes. What has to happen today?
Well, Rob, I think Iowa just has to play their game. And the hard part about that is that they have played 2 games prior to this, and they played a lot of minutes. However, Ohio State has also played the exact same amount. So you're going to have 2 teams coming today to try to give their best on tired legs. And that might mean threes are shooting a little bit differently today. It might mean that you don't even notice the difference. It's really, when you have adrenaline and you have all this motivation behind you, it might look just like any other game, but know that their bodies are tired. They have been mentally pushed. And so I think a huge one is just going to be like digging deep today. Like, dig deep. Know that you have a long rest period ahead of you. You just got to get through today and give it all. The next one is going to be to control the ball. Control the ball, control the tempo, break the press confidently. I think Iowa can break it. They broke it against Ohio State, and then Ohio State dropped it, right? You have to do those things, control that tempo. And then I think the special emphasis down low, but not just with scoring, getting the boards. In the first meetup, they dominated the boards. So getting the ball inside is part of it, but also making sure that you're getting those second chance opportunities, you're boxing out, you're doing all that kind of stuff. Those smaller things, which are going to be really needed today, just because shooting might be a little bit differently. So those would be my 3 there, Rob.
Well, you talk about adrenaline and the will to play 3 straight games. This crowd will certainly will the Hawkeyes today.
Right, that can be a big motivator today, especially when they might need a little bit of help on the defensive end, having a little bit of perk up from them. You got to hope also Ohio State had to press for 2 quarters straight yesterday, and that's a long time for a team to press. Most teams are not going to do that for an entire game or half a game, and they had to press hard for 2 quarters. And so you hope that maybe even in the 3rd or 4th quarter, you might start to see Iowa having a little bit fresher legs than them.
And it'll be interesting, too, as Coach Bluter talked about in the pregame show, with Monica going 11 of 13 the last time at Ohio State at 22 points. They'll change up the defense on the inside. It'll also be interesting to see how Ohio State attacks Caitlin.
Right. I have no idea how they'll end up attacking Caitlin. I could see, you know, them doing more of a prideful thing, going just one-on-one against her, thinking, trying to be like, oh, you know, she's just a normal player. But we'll just have to see. They are doing a little change of their starting lineups. Mikola Shakova normally starts for them, but she is not going to be starting today.
Yeah, she's been injured and did not start yesterday.
But she played, just not starting.
So for Ohio State, Ricky Harris, a 5'10" guard out of Indianapolis, averaging 7.4 a game. Taylor Theory, a 6-foot sophomore out of Cleveland, averaging 14 a contest. She'll be joined by Ebony Walker, a 6-foot senior from Las Vegas, Nevada. And Taylor Mikesell, a 5'11" senior guard out of Massillon, Ohio, the best three-point shooter for Ohio State, averaging over 17 a contest. And Cody McMahon, a outstanding freshman, a Big Ten all-freshman team, a 6-foot freshman, averaging 14.4 and 5.3 rebounds a contest. No changes for the Hawkeyes as far as the starting five. It'll be Kate Martin along with McKenna Warnock, Monica Sonato in the middle, and the backcourt of Caitlin Clark and Gabby Marshall. Clark 5 of 13 from three-point range yesterday, had 28 points in the first meeting with the Buckeyes. Then Gabby Marshall, 7 threes, tied a career high in made threes for her, 7 out of 13. The last 5 games, Jamie, now 19 of 34 from deep for Gabby Marshall.
That's amazing. I mean, it's simply amazing to be shooting over 50% from three-point line. In general, they're 50%, but from the three-point line, wow. Gabby Marshall has really just turned it on in the second half of this year. And I love to see this offensive side coming out of her, because she's always had that defensive capability. But having that piece, right, is that the missing piece that Iowa's needed to like kind of come full force, and it's definitely not hurting.
Buckeyes in the scarlet road uniforms with Ohio State across the front, trimmed in gray. Iowa in the home white uniforms with the black Iowa across the front. It's a great time to join the Iowa Lottery free VIP club. Members receive free plays, special offers, insider news, and can enter promotions to win cash and other great prizes. Visit www.ialottery.com/VIP to learn more. Sonato will jump with Taylor Theory. And this will be a big-time pro Iowa crowd. And the ball is in the air, tap won by Theory. And Ohio State will have the basketball first with Ricky Harris on the point. Left to right in front of us. Hands it off to McMahon. Drives along the baseline and tried to curl around the basket and stepped on the baseline. And Ohio State, first possession, results in a turnover.
I'll take it.
Clark across the timeline. Hawks' first offensive possession of the basketball game. Clark gets it back from Martin on the left wing. Now lob pass inside to Sonato. It's tapped away by McMahon and dug up by Ohio State. In transition, Walker, paint. Her short jumper is no good. Sonato the rebound. Both teams will certainly want to get out and run. Martin brings it into the front court on the right wing. Cross-court pass intended for Marshall and deflected by Mikesell and dug up by Harris, who drives the paint. Her shot is up and no good. And Warnock comes down with the rebound, surrounded by 3 players. Ohio State with a reach.
Good job by Warnock to stick with that play. Okay, Ohio State has missed their first 3 shots they've shot, or 2 shots they've shot, and boxed out, right? Didn't assume that it was going in, boxed out after she played defense.
And Ohio State has got good looks so far. No score. Hawks' third possession of the first quarter. Lob pass inside Sonato underneath the basket. She's doubled and has the ball stolen away by Theory. Into the hands of Ricky Davis, the point guard for Ohio State. Left wing, McMahon now back to Davis. She penetrates the left side of the lane, off the windows, too strong, and Sonato the rebound. Gets it ahead to Clark across the timeline. Gets it into the corner. Gabby Marshall for 3, stays hot.
She's still hot. She's still hot. Wow. Gabby Marshall.
Hawks strike first, lead it 3-0. Here's Mikesell. Top of the key jumper and drills it. A long 2 for the sharp shooter.
Mikesell has some range on her.
Very quick release too, and is always looking to catch and shoot. This is Clark, and this three-pointer rattles out on the left wing. Rebound taken down by Walker. She brings it across the timeline in a 3-2 game. Walker hands it off to Ricky Harris. Harris keeps that right-handed dribble going just right at the top of the key. Ball reversal to Theory. Mike Sell comes off a screen in between the circles, drives and pops from 16 and hits that from the right wing.
And I was going to have to show on those screens. Marshall's doing a great job. Long pass from Clark to Warnock. Looks like it went out on Ohio State, though.
Yep, Walker along the baseline. Lost control of it, out of bounds. It will be Iowa basketball. Ohio State 4, Iowa 3. Clark gets it into Martin. She turns and spins along the baseline. Reverse pivot, and a charge will be called on Kate Martin, taken by Ricky Harris.
Kate's going to take a breath from that. No, okay. She had an easy route. I think if she would have just pivoted to the right and just went up kind of with a little, and she has a baby hook she can use, just use that next time and make it a little easier.
Yep, that reverse pivot and kind of drop that shoulder in. And Harris was outside the semicircle. Ohio State with a 1-point lead in the ball. Theory to Walker, top of the key area, and then makes a move, and she'll stop and pop from 14, a little bit strong, into the hands of Monica Sonato. Now Clark across the timeline. Angles right side, keeps that dribble going. Now to Martin. Hawks working around the three-point arc. Warnock, Marshall, now inside Sonato. Back to Gabby. She penetrates, kicks it to Caitlin Clark. Now Warnock is wide open, drives in. Scoop shot is up and no good. She had an open 15-footer, but then took it to the rim. Ohio State with a rebound. Harris, she'll fire a three-pointer off the side of the rim. Harris really looking to shoot. She had 13 against Indiana yesterday, but only 4 of 17 from the floor. Clark on the right wing, deep three-pointer.
Oh, that was really pretty. What she did there, took a couple dribbles, acted like she might be making a move, just stepped back a little bit more. A little longer of a shot, but that's nothing for Clark.
Her first hoop. Hawks go up by 2, 6-4. 6:09 left to go first quarter. That gets the crowd into it. Walker gets the ball to Theory, and she knocks down the three-pointer deep in the right corner. Hawks kind of dared her to shoot.
Yep. And that's all part of a game plan. If you see something like that, that means I was saying, yep, we're going to make her guard up. We have to guard her by her proving it, right? And they do that sometimes, and that's totally normal.
Inside, Clark, layup, good. Great assist from Martin, right wing to a slashing Caitlin Clark.
Cut really hard after that pass, right? She did a good change of speed.
Hawks by 1, Ohio State with the ball. McMahon gets it to Walker. Shot from the elbow, spins out. Warnock the rebound, hands it to Clark across the timeline. Hawks look to push. Clark stops in between the circles, lob pass, Sonato, catch, and shot is good.
Sonato did a fabulous job of reaching out rather than bringing her whole body. She reached out with her arm, pulled it back in so she still had positioning under the basket.
Hawks by 3, 10-7, Ohio State basketball. We approach 5. Here's Theory. In between the circles, Mike Sell. Her third school, played at Maryland and Oregon. Now back to Theory, left wing. She fakes, drops a pass inside to Walker, and a great job by McKenna Warnock to tie her up. Iowa basketball.
And that was McKenna Warnock kind of knowing that play. You could see her sagging in, knowing that this was an option, and then she was easy to step in and create that jump ball.
Timeout on the court, 4:52 left to go in the first from Minneapolis. Iowa 10, Ohio State 7. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. They've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
We all love a good win, catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowансWin.
At US Cellular, we think phones are great, but they're not always great for us. Because while they connect us to so much, they can also distract us from, well, us. The us that actually laughs out loud with each other instead of just texting it. That knows being in the same room doesn't always mean being together. So let's find us again by putting our phones down. Not forever, just for 5. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Join US Cellular in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus.
Hawkeyes by 3, 10-7. Early going here. Big Ten championship on the line from Minneapolis. Hawks start 4 out of 6. 3 out of 9 for Ohio State. 2 out of 3 from 3 for the Hawkeyes. Ohio State, Jamie's had some really good looks. Just didn't shoot a high percentage yesterday and start relatively cold today.
Yep, that's going to be the importance of boxing out. Iowa already with 6 rebounds, and all of those I think are actually defensive. So Iowa needs to make sure that they are boxing out. They're not allowing those second chance opportunities, because if they're not shooting well, if you can just limit that, right there's the game, right? You just don't allow them to get more than one shot.
Need to recycle old working refrigerators and deep freezers? Visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for details, plus energy-saving tips. Today's game also brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes back Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. And we'll be there again for the NCAA tournament.
It's going to be amazing.
Sydney Fulter comes into the game, and here's the full court pressure that Ohio State goes to out of the timeout. The Fulter gets it. Now Sinano to Warnock, down court to Gabby Marshall. The Hawks do a good job breaking the pressure. Now get it to Clark in between the circles to set up the offense. Iowa by 3 with the ball. Sinano comes out to screen. Clark now reverses to the right side. Sydney Fulter, and she makes a move down the left side all the way to the rim.
That was a fast first step. Got right past Mikesell on the left-hand side.
Left-handed layup by Sydney Fulter. Instant offense off the bench. That's the first bench points for Iowa since the Purdue game. J.C. Sheldon into the game. Launches a three-pointer left wing. No. Fulter the rebound. Gets it to Clark. Iowa by 5. Now Gabby Marshall fakes a 3 on the left wing. Drops it inside Sinano. She spins against Mishalikova and knocks it in off the window.
I was just sitting there thinking, just shoot it, Sinano. You got this. And I love that she didn't. She was going to try to do a step shoot through. Wasn't there, and still shot it with a really great baby hook.
Monica had 15 and 8 against Maryland yesterday. Iowa by 7. Three-pointer in the air by Mishalikova is no good. She'll step out and hit that, try to hit that 3 at 6'4". Here's Clark, top of the key. Gets it to Gabby Marshall. 30 feet from the basket. A Fulter, free throw line extended right. Now back to Clark. Sinano comes out to screen. Clark goes down the right side of the lane. Gets the shot to go off the window, and she's fouled.
Drove in there hard, was focused on getting the finish, and that mindset by Clark, that's going to be the difference maker for her.
Took it from the right wing, Jamie, and how about that first step against Taylor Theory?
I think that Iowa, that's what the hard thing with guarding Clark, right? That is the main thing. She is a dual threat. She can just pop it, so you can't give her space, and then all she needs to do is get one step past.
And knocks down the free throw. Caitlin missed 3 free throws yesterday, 3 out of 6.
Iowa right now in the middle of an 11-0 run, 14-3 run if you count, if you go back that far. So have some momentum building.
And a 10-point advantage with 3:25 left to go in the first. J.C. Sheldon lost control of the ball, but dug up by McMahon. Now back to Mishalikova for 3, straight away, no. Not even close. Clark the rebound. She brings it across the timeline, angles left. Bounces a pass off to a Fulter. Now back to Clark. She drives paint. Tried to get it inside to Sinano, but a kick called on the Buckeyes.
I thought that was going to be a beaut.
I think it would have been. A paint pass. Now Clark will throw it in along the baseline. Gets it to Sinano. Back to Caitlin on the left wing. She'll fire a deep three-pointer.
And why not? You give her a foot. That's like a mile to Clark.
Squared up, knocked it down from the left wing. Timeout Ohio State as the Hawkeyes go up 20-7.
Furthering that run now to a 14-0 run over the last 2 minutes, 48 seconds.
And that time, Taylor Theory just really didn't close out on Clark, gave her some space.
Yep. Really, Clark's used to people being in her face, and unlike a lot of players where if you're sitting there for a second and you put a shot up, you know, after you've had time to think about it, a lot of players aren't going to hit those, but Clark is not, I would say, your average player, right? She's going to be comfortable shooting whether she's held the ball for 3 seconds or held the ball for 1 second.
So Kevin McGuff calls the timeout, sends his 5 back on the court. 20-7 in favor of Iowa, just under 3 minutes left to go in the first.
I think Iowa might, I'm trying to figure out what defense they're in. Triangle, maybe?
Molly Davis in.
Player.
Now in the corner, Ricky Harris for 3, rimming no. Theory gets the rebound, goes up strong, can't finish, again no. And the ball comes right back to her, and Ohio State will set up. Now in the corner, Ricky Harris again will fire. This one off the mark. And Ohio State ice cold, but a ton of offensive rebounds. J.C. Sheldon goes down the right side of the lane and lost control of the basketball. She thought she was fouled, but it will be Iowa ball.
And that's just too many rebounds, right? That was what, like 5 offensive rebounds in 1 possession. Iowa just has to make sure they're pushing back. They're finding the people to box out. 14-0
run the last 3, 35 for the Hawkeyes, and Theory gets a hand on the ball, and the pressure works for Ohio State.
Just a little too soft with that pass.
Sheldon, cross-court pass to Theory in the corner, tries to get it inside to Michalikova, picked off by Caitlin Clark. She brings it across the timeline, dribbles behind her back, wanted a 3, but a nice closeout by Theory. Now gets it to Molly to make that Fulter on the right wing. Bounce pass inside, Sonato, easy layup.
Wow, Fulter did such a good job of reaching really wide so that she could wrap the ball around. It was perfectly placed, got right past the defender. And then Sonato with the good hands to actually catch it and finish.
16-0 run for Iowa. Here's Michalikova at the top of the key, and she traveled trying to make a move.
Iowa furthering that run now, a chance to further it, 16-0 run. Ohio State hasn't scored for 4 minutes, 20 seconds at this point.
Monica Sonato with 6 points. You know, interesting, Jamie, she holds the tournament record for most points in a tournament year with 107 back in 2021 when Iowa played 4 games to get to the title game.
Okay. I did not know that fact. That's a great fun fact.
107.
Previous possession, Martin drove in, ended in a jump ball situation, so it's Ohio State's ball.
Possession arrow now favors the Hawkeyes, 22-7. Here's Theory, all the way down the lane, lays it up and in, took it from the free throw line, and was not cut off that time. Theory with 5. Molly Davis, cross-court pass in the front court to Gabby Marshall. Free throw line extended left. 22-9, Hawkeyes. Here's Davis, out of Marshall, left wing. She dribbles, and the defense collapses on her, gets it to Sydney Fulter, and she drives baseline, goes up strong, and is fouled by Taylor Mikesell.
Smart decision because they were now under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fulter could realize someone needed to score, and I like that she took that upon her rather than pitching the ball out.
Yeah, I love her aggressiveness too. Anna Stolke comes in for Monica Sonato. Stolke had a great game at Ohio State back on January 23, 8 points and 13 rebounds. So Sydney Fulter will be at the free throw line. Makes the first. And you loved that dive after the ball yesterday.
You guys, there was no way she could have got it before anyone else without sacrificing her full body. She did a full body throw into the air. Not just a dive where it's like a volleyball dive, you're landing on your thigh. Like she did straight out dive, landed like full body on the floor all at once.
Makes both free throws. 24-9. Ohio State working the ball around the arc. Emma Shoemate has come into the game. She has it on the left wing. Now here is Harris on the right side. She drives baseline against Clark and then has to kick it out to the left side with 2 to shoot. Wild jumper is up and no good by McMahon. Great defense by the Hawks.
Good pull down by Hannah Stolke. Got up high, kept it high, got it to Clark.
And the Hawkeyes can hold for 1 with 17 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Clark out near midcourt. Drops it off to Sydney Fulter in between the circles where it's 6. Now to Clark. Whips a pass inside. Hannah Stolke there for the layup.
So beautiful. It was like it was drawn up, but it wasn't. It was just Stolke reading it, cutting hard, and then a beautiful pass by Clark, finishing the first quarter on a 20-2 run. Iowa finished that quarter on a 20-2 run. Wow. Well, Iowa doesn't even look tired.
Caitlin Clark with a terrific pass. And a nice move on the inside by Hannah Stolke. Just started at the elbow, Jamie, and drove right to the hoop. And the defense just playing in denial position.
Yep.
And a beautiful read by Hannah.
Yes, I want to throw in the defense right now has been turned up. Mikesell was the first one to hit those couple of shots. And since then, Marshall has taken it upon herself. I mean, she is in denial. She's not even getting the ball. Mikesell's not getting the ball. They're just doing full denial on them.
And Luca Garza has made an appearance here at the Target Center.
Well, that's pretty fun.
Yeah, former Hawkeye great, now with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You're going to love this. I looked at him right away and was like, didn't you just play? No, you graduated a couple of years ago now.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better start. Iowa, after 1 quarter, 26, Ohio State 9. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Axe throwing is not just for lumberjacks anymore. It's for everyone. Are you looking for some competitive fun in the Des Moines area? Ironside Axe Club offers parties, corporate team building, and leagues. Come let us teach you how to throw axes or come to sharpen your skills. It's great as a date night and even better with a group of friends. Check out our weekly activities, including morning blend networking, lunch and throw, trivia, Thirsty Thursday, and league. Visit our website at ironsideaxeclub.com and unleash your inner Viking.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
10 minutes, Iowa 26, Ohio State 9. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for the 10th consecutive year. Proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. This complete domination after about the first 2 minutes by the Iowa Hawkeyes, who had a 16-0 run in that quarter.
It was just an amazing game. I mean, an amazing quarter by Iowa. You expected them to come out and be ready, but they were ready on both ends of the court, and that's the most important part.
And Iowa starts with the basketball. Here's Marshall, left wing, gets it to Clark. She'll fire a 3, left wing, count it.
Not cooling down.
Heating up. 29-9, a 20-point advantage for the Hawkeyes. Theory in the paint, goes up strong and finishes against Hannah Stolke. That'll be her first.
Good help by Hannah Stolke on that. Theory had gotten past her defender because I think Martin went for the ball, which was okay. She almost had it. It was good. It was a good try, but good help by Hannah Stolke to step up.
And no good on the free throw. Hawkeyes were 10 out of 12 from the floor in the first quarter. Clark whips a pass right side to Marshall. Martin now comes out to get it. Caitlin on the left side feeds inside. Stolke
yes.
Finishes off the window.
That was a beast move by her. That was a 4-year player move by her, man. That was fast, and the hard pass that she had to catch from Clark. Rocket passes are hard as opposed, because you don't get them that often. And that was like a straight shot, like a bullet. And Stolke gathered it well, went up really hard, and even pulled that foul from Mike Sell.
Missed the free throw. Hannah has 4, and it's 31-11. Mike Sell with the basketball for Ohio State. Being defended by Marshall. She has it at the top of the key. Steps in. Long 2-pointer straight away. No. Sydney Falter with the rebound. She brings it across the timeline for the Hawkeyes. Stops at the top of the key. Now right side Marshall. Hands to Clark. Free throw line extended right. 30 feet from the hoop. Dribbles between her legs and then stops at the top of the key. And a bounce pass along the baseline to Kate Martin. She spins, goes up, can't finish. And a foul
Falter
underneath.
Came down hard.
Yeah, she did.
So I couldn't exactly see, but I think what happened is when a Fulcher went in the air, Harris then made contact with her and undercut her.
Yep, I think she's all right. Just going to take a few seconds to get up.
Right on her back, yep. Similar to like Clark yesterday when she took that charge, right on her back. That's going to hurt, though.
So good position on the inside. And a Fulter, looks like she was just kind of displaced by Ricky Harris. She'll come out of the game. Starting 5 back on for the Hawkeyes. Deep 3, Clark, right wing.
Shut it. What?
You think Caitlin Clark's ready for this one?
Oh, this is funny. A person, I don't even remember who, but they were like, we were talking to the other radio crew, and they said, she's like, what do you think is going to happen with Clark tomorrow? I feel like she's been holding back. I think she's going to unleash on us tomorrow. And we're like, I don't know, maybe, you know. She's had a good couple of games, but apparently she knew something we didn't know because she is coming in hot.
17 for Caitlin Clark with 8:37 left to go in the second quarter. It's all Hawkeyes. 34-11 over the Buckeyes. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
A red-hot Caitlin Clark with 17 points. She is 6 out of 7 from the floor, Jamie, and just an unbelievable shooting percentage for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, Iowa as a team is shooting 81% from the field, and wait, even hotter from the three-point line, 83% from the three-point line. Clark is 4 for 5 from the three-point line, and Marshall is 1 of 1. Iowa has not had, and they've actually had 4 less shots than Ohio State, but they are just shooting it. Is there even a word? What's hotter than red hot? I don't know. I'm going to have to look up because there's not a word out there that explains how hot they are right now.
And this is after Iowa shot 43 pointers yesterday against Maryland, making 15 of them.
Mm-hmm. So they're not only just shooting threes, they've gotten the ball into Sonato. She is 3 from 3 from the field so far. Stolke is 2 of 2. Like, they are sharing the ball really well. And they are not guarding Clark nearly as hard as Maryland was guarding Clark yesterday. So, I mean, Clark's just seeing one-on-one pressure, and it's not nearly as aggressive as Maryland's.
Yeah, none of the ball denial.
Yep.
Or the face guarding.
Yep. It's a lot easier for her to get the ball today.
Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm and partner with Iowa's women's basketball program to serve charities in Eastern Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com. That's Iowa Swarm. When corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. You take a closer look and you'll discover the many connections you have to corn, and those connections translate into wins for farmers and wins for all Iowans. Share your winning moments using hashtag IowansWin. (34-11), 8:37 left to go in the second. Clark had 22 against Maryland, had 28 against the Buckeyes in the regular season. Also has 4 assists. Ohio State ice cold, 5 for 20, and almost a steal by Gabby Marshall out near the Iowa bench. It'll be Ohio State basketball along the sideline.
And Gabby Marshall guarding Mike Sell, who is, I would say, their best player.
Well, Theory launches a wild three-pointer left side, no good. And Warnock gets the rebound. Clark across the timeline. Hey, thought about a logo 3, but gets the ball to Marshall on the left wing. Approaching 8 minutes left to go in the second quarter. 34-11. Lob pass inside. Sonato, the catch and the score.
And what a smart decision right there, because what she did is they waited, they got it to the top of the key, and the only help side was going to come from Clark. You know she's not going to come off too far from Clark, and so it made it a one-on-one option. You got that nice lob pass into her.
36-11. Harris on the right wing. Bounce pass to McMahon, goes to work on the right block and scores. That's her first basket. And averaging 18 the last 5 basketball games for Ohio State. Clark in between the circles. Lob pass again. Sonato, the catch, an easy 2 off the window.
They're not sagging in enough. I love it. I think they're doing a great job. They are double checking. They're looking for the help side, but they make the pass when it's safe. Smart. Beautiful pass from Clark, and fabulous finish by Sonato.
And she has 10, and it's 38-13. Remember, Ohio State came back from 24 yesterday. Shot is up and no good by McMahon from the left side. Missed a mid-range jumper, but a foul will be called on McKenna Warnock underneath on the rebound. Sheldon back for the Buckeyes. Sheldon looks along the baseline, gets it into Theory. Theory at the free throw line, spins in the paint, then kicks it back out for J.C. Sheldon. Now a jumper by Shoemate on the right side, no good. She didn't score yesterday in the game, and a deep 3. Clark, this one off the front of the rim, but so Monica Sonato gets the rebound and now gets it to Sydney Fulter in the paint, who tries to just dribble it out to set things up, and a reach will be called on the Buckeyes.
Great job by Sonato to stick with that play and go and get that board, create something, and allow for a second chance like that.
Theory picks up her second. That's the team's third in the quarter. 38-13 Hawkeyes.
Number 3, Heaven Bristow, checking in for Ohio State.
Bristow comes in for Ohio State. Did not play in the game yesterday. Hawks get it in. Clark gets it back from Sonato on the right side. Now inside to Monica. Gathers, goes up, and finishes.
Oh. Sonato, she is in beast mode right now.
With 12. And Clark's passing has just been terrific.
Great
on
help.
The move, Bristow.
Oh, fabulous help by Clark on the drive.
Kicks it back out to Harris. Three-pointer left wing, no. Sonato the rebound. 40-13 Iowa. Clark across the timeline. Bounce pass to Warnock. And a kick is going to be called on Ohio State.
That was so gorgeous. Fast break. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Nobody more disappointed than Caitlin.
Oh, it was so pretty. That was just, that's a bummer. It was pretty nonetheless. Pretty nonetheless.
But the Hawkeyes will keep possession. Fulter will throw it in as Hannah Stolke comes in for Monica Sonano. Get it into Clark on the left wing. She drives baseline all the way to the rim. Shot, no.
Great creation.
But a foul will be called on Bristow.
I love that. Good decision. Nobody was there. There's no house side even across right there, so it makes the lane entirely open. So driving on that left side, there was no help. She is one-on-one.
And as soon as she recognizes that,
she's going to take advantage of it. And then if someone does help, she's ready to pitch. Like, Clark is in a fabulous mindset right now.
makes the first free throw, has 18, 41-13. Hawkeyes, 6:04 left to go in the second. Second one, perfect. Hawkeyes get back to set up defensively. Casey Sheldon across the timeline for Ohio State. 42-13. Here's Sheldon on the left wing. Drops it into the corner. Jump shot is up and no good by Shoemate. And both teams go after the weak side board. Bristow and Molly Davis initially said Iowa basketball. Backside official came in and said Buckeye basketball.
I think it might have went off at Davis, is who, and that other official didn't have that view.
So good job by the officials. Get the call right. Sheldon, it's a pass to Bristow at the top of the key. She weaves her way to the basket. Paint shot, no. And a blocking foul will be called on Hannah Stolke.
Pretty good job by Stolke. I think she's moving her feet well.
That's two. And Bristow, 6'1" senior at the free throw line. And Addie O'Grady comes in for Hannah Stolke. Addie played a little bit yesterday against Maryland. 42-13. With 5:42 left to go in the second quarter.
And this is what Coach Bluter does, right? She's going to allow some people to have breaks. Yes, she could have put Monica Sonano back in, but she's going to let Addie O'Grady come in right now and get some minutes. And mind you, she is watching the score, though. She isn't going to let Ohio State even come close to breaking down this lead.
Hawkeyes facing some pressure in the backcourt. Molly Davis tries to drive past a couple of defenders. And traveling is the call. It'll be Ohio State basketball. That's two turnovers that pressure's created.
Yep.
Bristow made both of those free throws. Back up 4 and 5 player. Sheldon now on the left wing. And an illegal screen is going to be called.
So the reason, you haven't heard much about their press. The reason is it only happens on dead balls or makes. And they've only made 6 baskets. So they've only had 6 chances from makes, and otherwise it has to be a dead ball like the situation right here.
Bristow picks up her second. So Harris, Theory, and Bristow all in a little bit of foul trouble.
How about that?
Great pass, and Addie O'Grady, the recipient underneath, lays it up and in.
Warnock drew it and then just placed it perfectly. So Addie O'Grady kept her hands up high, put it right back up.
Here's Sheldon on the move. Floater in the paint, can't get it to go. Ball batted around, and it's taken by a Falter who falls down.
I think she got pushed by O'Grady, so it's okay.
And she's okay.
Yeah, she's okay. And then Bluter called a timeout to maintain possession. Iowa, 5 of their last 6 field goals. Ohio State, 0 of their last 5.
Ohio State really struggling from the floor.
They are. Ohio State, 22% from the field, 9% from the three-point line. Iowa still hot, 81% from the field, 71% from the three-point line.
5:01 left to go, second quarter, 44-15 Hawkeyes. That's right, 44-15. Hawks will have it underneath Ohio State's basket. Full court pressure by the Buckeyes. Get into O'Grady, now to Clark. She's got numbers, drops it for a Falter who goes up strong and is fouled.
Man, a Falter. She's going to need an ice bath after this.
But that's the way to take it to the hoop. And Bristow.
She's just getting hit hard. I love that she's so aggressive and getting in there. I'm just in my head like, oh, that body. You're going to need a rest.
That's her third personal, and that'll get Mikolashikova back into the game. From Slovakia. She's been battling some injuries this year. Free throw rattles in for Sydney Fulter, who has 5 points.
Fulter she didn't, have any much for points yesterday, but she was aggressive when she was in there yesterday, right? She's always figuring out, how am I contributing today?
Second one good. 46-15. Hawkeyes on top. Ohio State with the ball. Sheldon, little hesitation move, gets all the way to the rim and is fouled. That'll be O'Grady's first. Gabby Marshall back into the game for Molly Davis. And here comes Monica Sonano. O'Grady will sit down. And J.C. Sheldon at the line for the Buckeyes. First free throw, no good. Ohio State last won the Big Ten tournament title in 2018. Second one, good. J.C. Sheldon, her first point. She had 12 yesterday against the Hoosiers. And the Hawkeyes against pressure get it out near midcourt to Fulter, who brings it across the timeline and hands it to Clark. Bounce pass inside Sonano at the free throw line. Now to Fulter in that same area. Clark, now Warnock, back to Clark. And she fires a three-pointer, a little bit strong off the right side of the iron and out of bounds. Missed that one from the left side, a rare miss for Caitlin Clark.
Coach Flutter, you hear her just talking to the team like pass and cut. Right? She's always going back to that fundamental part of their offense. You got to make sure you're moving, pass and cut, no standing.
Here's Sheldon as she drives in. Scoop shot is up and no good. Got a nice move to the basket, just couldn't get it to go. Clark tries to answer, goes up in the paint and couldn't finish, but is fouled. Emma Shoemate. That'll be her first and send Clark back to the free throw line. 46-16. Hawkeyes, they led it 26-9 after one with a 16-0 run in the first quarter. Free throw good by Caitlin Clark.
And Iowa, if she hits this, they have 22 points already this quarter, and there's still 4 minutes to go.
Second one perfect.
So Iowa has 22 points this quarter. They had 26 points in the first quarter. See if they can keep Ohio State held to single digits again in the second quarter.
Clark 5 out of 5 from the free throw line will get a breather. 48-16 as a drive in by McMahon along the right baseline, and she goes up and is fouled by the Hawkeyes.
So the last few possessions for Ohio State, a lot more drives. You're seeing them try to drive in to create. So Iowa needs to adjust to that, make sure they're giving the help side.
Cody McMahon at the line shooting one.
Sonano picks up her first. And McMahon completes the play. 48-19. We're under 4. Davis in the backcourt. She's being double teamed, and a reach will be called on Ohio State. Molly Davis will go to the free throw line. Hawks in the bonus. And Theory picks up her third. She averages 14 for the Buckeyes.
Both teams are in the bonus, so the rest of this quarter, any foul will result in going to the free throw line.
And Molly Davis swishes the free throw. That's her first point of the ball game. Second one, good. 4 players have scored off the bench for the Hawkeyes. No bench points yesterday. 50-19, 3:50 left to go in the second. Hawkeyes on top. Ohio State basketball. Mikesell, quick three-pointer from the top of the key, and she drills it. She's one Buckeye you got to really watch. Can get it going in a hurry. She has 7. A Fulter on the left wing. Brings it to the top of the key, spins. against McMahon. Now hands it off to McKenna Warnock, and a whistle underneath, away from the ball, will go against Ohio State.
Yep, and that's the stuff that people don't notice normally, but Monica Sonato is just battling down there. And if you do it the right way, eventually you'll get some calls. But you got to battle for a long time before a ref's going to usually give you one of those calls.
Mishala Shikova with the foul. Clark back into the game. Sonato at the free throw line. She'll get a pair. First one, perfect. Monica had 15 and 8 boards against Maryland yesterday, 13 in this contest. Second one, rolls around and spins out. Mishala Shikova comes down with the rebound, gets it ahead to Taylor Mikesell on the right wing. Mikesell now in between the circles. McMahon, Mishala Shikova. They just play catch, and finally a three-pointer up by McMahon, no good from the left wing. Rebound Clark across the timeline for the Hawkeyes, speeding down court. And now we'll set things up. Finds Sonato working hard, up strong, couldn't finish.
Kind of lost her footing there.
Harris across the timeline at the free throw line, kicks left side. Mikesell, three-pointer, no. Rebound, Gabby Marshall. Gets it ahead to Clark, across the timeline. 51-22 Hawkeyes. Now Clark being defended by Shoemate. Bounce pass Sonato. She catches, gathers, goes up and finishes.
There she got herself gathered that time. And Clark had to, there was 2 defenders there. She had to get it through in order to get to a position for Sonato, and she did. Just barely. Theory did have a bit of a touch. Monica stuck with the play, though, and got the ball and created that.
And calmly made sure she had it and went up strong. Mishala Shikova for 3 deep in the left corner, no good. Sonato snares the rebound, and the Hawks will slow the pace as we approach 2 minutes left to go in the second. 53-22 Iowa. Here's Clark, paint, drive, shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back good.
I feel like that was a padding of the stats. I'm kidding. She wouldn't do that, but it was almost, yeah, it was just funny. Good thing she stuck with the play.
23 for Caitlin Clark, and here's a steal by Gabby Marshall on the left wing. She stops, will fire a short jumper, spins out, but Clark gets the rebound and brings it out to the left wing. Now drops a pass inside to Kate Martin.
Iowa's just unreal right now because they're not stopping. They are noticing Ohio State is stopping, and I was like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to cut hard still. I'm going to do all these things. The play was not dead.
Kate Martin's first basket. McMahon makes a move down the right side of the lane and lays it up and in. She has 7. Took the ball right at the elbow and drove in. Iowa now 57-24. Clark in between the circles in the front court. Gets a Sonato screen. Clark now spins, goes to the right side. Cross-court pass is tipped out of bounds by Harris. Intended for McKenna Warnock. Hawks will have it along the side. Kate Martin looks, lob pass for Sonato. She tried to go after it and is grabbed by Mishala Shikova.
Yep. I mean, everyone could see that, though, because you see, like, Sonato's doing everything to try to reach that ball, and obviously the bottom half of her body was stuck. But smart, I like that as an inbounds play. They've done that type of play before where they kind of do a clear out, and as long as there's no help side, get it into Sonato.
And Monica's free throw is good. That's 16 for Sonato. The big 2 have been big today.
They sure have. Everyone's kind of contributed, though, today. This is, again, similar to yesterday where we saw just 5 people really focus on it, but everybody's doing something out there. Warnock has 6 boards, but 0 points.
Second free throw good by Monica, 17 for her. McMahon in the paint, goes up strong, can't finish. Ball tipped around by Warnock into the hands of Clark, who finds Martin down court.
It's impossible. She has like a sonar somehow that just alerts her when someone's wide open like that.
Martin with 4, running the floor very, very well. Mikesell gets the ball to the top of the key. Walker holds, doesn't know what to do with it. Clark is right there, almost a steal by Caitlin. Now McMahon races down the right side of the lane, loses it. Walker gets it back from Harris. Her short jumper is no good, and the ball dug up by Kate Martin. 61-24.
Remind me to talk about what they just did there and how awesome it was.
7 seconds left to go in the quarter. Clark on the left wing, picks up her dribble, needs some help. Now Sonato back to Clark, and the Hawks won't get a shot off.
Dang it. But holy cow, can you be mad? 35 points they just had in one quarter. You thought their first quarter was great? You weren't ready for the second quarter.
61-24 at the half. Explanation down here.
Okay, explanation down here. So what happened is they noticed the clock that even if they shot at the last second, that only gave them about 3 seconds for a shot. So instead what they did, which is so smart, they turned up the intensity on defense to try to rush them into a shot, and it worked exactly how they wanted. Because then they rushed into a shot. It gave Iowa 10 seconds with the ball. I mean, that's just next level though, right? Nobody else is thinking about that, and Iowa's over here thinking like, I want another shot. I wanted 35 points this quarter wasn't enough.
Hawkeyes scored 69 against Purdue, 89 against Maryland, 61 for a half against Ohio State. U.S. Cellular is on a mission to find us putting down our phones in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Find out more at uscellular.com/find us. All Hawkeyes through 2 quarters of the Big Ten Women's Basketball Championship game. Iowa 61, Ohio State 24. First half stats coming up next. This is Hawkeye Women's Basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you...
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus, all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately, then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But you know, the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
Hawkeyes lead at the half, 61-24. Outscore Ohio State in the second quarter, 35-15. led after one, 26-9. That included a 16-0 run. Time for the halftime show, brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light proudly welcomes Hawkeye fans to Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. Bud Light is for the fans. Jamie, how about the numbers?
Well, there's a lot of numbers so far, and you know, we're only halfway through. This is the final score for a lot of teams, ending in the 60s. Not today. Iowa's halftime score has 61 points. So here we go. 23 for Caitlin Clark, 7-11 shooting from the field, 4 of 7 from the three-point line, and perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line. Points for Sonano, 17, 7 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. 6 points from a Fulter, 4 of those coming from the free throw line. 4 for Martin and Stolke each, 3 for Marshall, 2 for Davis, and 2 for O'Grady. Points for Ohio State, 3 players with 7 points, Mikesell, McMahon, and Theory. Rebounds, though, man, Iowa is just dominating on the boards. 26 rebounds compared to 12 rebounds for Ohio State. Leading the way are 3 Hawkeyes, 7 rebounds from Sonano, 6 rebounds from Warnock, and 5 rebounds from Clark. Iowa already has 15 assists, too. I mean, sharing the ball so amazingly. Clark is 1 assist away from a double-double. She has 9 assists. But 2 assists from Martin and 2 assists from Marshall. Iowa as a whole right now, going to really quick look at their steals. Iowa's done some good job just getting hands on the ball, have some steals from Clark, Marshall, and Warnock at the moment. But the most amazing one probably is that Iowa just has 7 turnovers, and this is from a really aggressive Ohio State team who can make you turn the ball over. 7 turnovers for 2 quarters, and just that gives, shooting amazingly. Iowa still 72% from the field, 62% from the three-point line. And I want to say, they'll probably cool off that next half. They didn't cool off in the second quarter, so they just got hotter, so we'll see.
Hawkeye is quicker, playing loose,
yes,
make shots early. I thought that was really a key. Clark 7 out of 11, 4 of 7 from 3, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Monica Sonano 7 of 8. Remember, in the first meeting in the regular season against Ohio State, she was 11 of 13 from the floor. So they have really come to play. Clark with 23, Sonano with 17. Hawkeyes led for 16 minutes and 46 seconds in the first 2 quarters. Ohio State for 129. The game was tied for 132. Back with more on the Bud Light halftime show after the break. Iowa 61, Ohio State 24. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you're in the Eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatKirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP, because everyone is a very important player.
Woo-hoo!
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Axe throwing is not just for lumberjacks anymore. It's for everyone. Are you looking for some competitive fun in the Des Moines area? Ironside Axe Club offers parties, corporate team building, and leagues. Come let us teach you how to throw axes or come to sharpen your skills. It's great as a date night and even better with a group of friends. Check out our weekly activities, including morning blend networking, lunch and throw, trivia, Thirsty Thursday, and league. Visit our website at ironsideaxeclub.com and unleash your inner Viking.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
All right, welcome back, Hawk fans, to Championship Sunday. Iowa just winning a little bit over the Ohio State Buckeyes right now at halftime, 61-24. Yes, that is a legit halftime score, 61-24. Iowa has the lead here for the Big Ten Tournament Championship game. And we are going to take a quick look at the points in the paint. Iowa has 32 points in the paint. Ohio State just 10 points in the paint here at the half. And when we come back, we'll check out the scoreboard and we'll see what's going on around the nation. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
At U.S. Cellular, we think phones are great, but they're not always great for us. Because while they connect us to so much, they can also distract us from, well, us. The us that actually laughs out loud with each other instead of just texting it. That knows being in the same room doesn't always mean being together. So let's find us again by putting our phones down. Not forever, just for 5. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Join U.S. Cellular in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus.
Hawkeyes 20 minutes away from back-to-back Big Ten tournament titles. Defeated Indiana in the championship game last year, 74-67. Also won it back in 2019 with a victory over Maryland. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Let's check the U.S. Bank scoreboard. Put your trust in a bank that's been focused on serving the people and businesses in Iowa and all across the country since 1863. That's U.S. Bank. Stop by your local branch or log on today. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Tough loss for the Iowa men this afternoon as...
And then one fun thing real fast that we were just alerted to. They could still get a double bye if Rutgers wins tonight versus Northwestern. So if you are the people who are the wishing type, now you know who to wish for to win.
Yep, Northwestern is at Rutgers this afternoon. So not all lost for the Hawkeyes to get that double bye after Nebraska defeated Iowa 81-77. Patrick McCaffrey had 23 points, including 6 3-pointers, made 5 of them in the first half. Better news for the Iowa baseball team. In the South Alabama Invitational, the Hawkeyes defeated Pepperdine 10-1, swept the weekend, and won the entire invite. Now, Iowa's reeled off 6 wins in a row, and Rick Heller's team 9-1. In the men's Missouri Valley Conference Championship game in St. Louis, the Drake Bulldogs are heading to the NCAA tournament with a victory over Bradley 77-51. A lot of championship games going on today on the women's side, as at the half in the Pac-12 tournament, UCLA is trailing Washington State 32-28. Big East tournament semifinal, Creighton 30, number 11 Villanova 24. A final in the ACC championship, Virginia Tech, number 8 in the country, 75, Louisville 67. Number 1 South Carolina wins the SEC tournament, no problem, with Tennessee 74-58. And in the other Big East semifinal, it is UConn 81, Marquette 52. So that brings you up to date with teams that are completing their tournament championship and looking forward to the NCAA tournament. Hawkeyes in command here at the half, 61-24 over Ohio State. Third quarter up next. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, they've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
Ohio State will start the third quarter with the basketball. J.C. Sheldon, who did not start the game, is going to start the second half for Ohio State in place of Ebony Walker, I believe. So it'll be Mike Sell, Theory, Harris, and McMahon.
They're going to go for some energy, I think, by bringing her in. That's the goal.
And here she is. Hands it off to McMahon, racing down the middle of the lane. Shot is up and good off the board. Nice drive by Cody McMahon. She has 9. Down court to Kate Martin. She stops in the paint, goes up, and is held by Taylor Mikesell.
Iowa just breaks that press so well right now when they take their time and they pass through it, right? They limit the dribble, and that's when they break it really well.
As we talked about at the half, Iowa the quicker team right now. Up 61-26. Kate Martin's first free throw, splashes that one right in. Kate had 10 points, 9 boards, and 7 assists yesterday against Maryland. Rolls the second one in as well.
And Iowa with a 37-point lead, right? That's huge. And Iowa's going to talk about, they're going to allow Ohio State, though, to even come close, right? Some games you might allow some playing, but not today.
Inside, McMahon goes to work on the right block and scores off the window again. Martin with her second. Yeah, 24 is a different story coming back from that.
It is. So Iowa they're going to keep that cushion, though. They're not going to let there be even a close chance.
So McMahon completes the three-point play. She has 12. Had a double-double yesterday against Indiana. Hawks beat the pressure easily. Martin on the left wing. Now to Clark in that same area. She'll fire a three, rimming no. The ball tapped around and dug up by McMahon. She brings it across the timeline, kicks it back for Sheldon, who brings it in between the circles. Kate Martin on her. J.C. Sheldon gets a screen, paint, delivers a pass inside. Shot is up and good by Theory as she got Kate Martin in the air and finished.
So if you're paying attention, Ohio State's game plan at the moment is just drives, high percentage shots, because they're not hitting them from the outside.
And that's much of what they did yesterday. So Kate Martin will have to go to the bench with 3 fouls. Theory gets the free throw to go. So 2 old school three-point plays by Ohio State. Theory with 8. A Poulter into the game. 63-32, just underway, third quarter. Here's Marshall in between the circles. Keeps that left-handed dribble going. Now hands to Clark. Lob to Monica Sonato. She's immediately doubled and goes to the floor and is tied up by Ricky Harris.
Harris is like laying on her.
Possession arrow favors Iowa, so Clark will throw it in. Along the baseline, looks for Monica, gets it to her. Now Caitlin gets it back on the left wing. Brings it in between the circles. Now McKenna Warnock, left side. She drives the paint all the way to the rim. Shot good.
Beautifully done.
Just at the end of the shot clock.
Saved by the bell, actually opposite. She beat the bell.
Lost control of it and then just gathered it and threw it up and in. And now J.C. Sheldon throws it away, trying for a kickback pass on the right wing to Taylor Mikesell. 65-32. Warnock's first basket of the ball game. But she had 3 at the half last night against Maryland, ended with 21. Clark against Mikesell. Cross-court pass to Marshall, and we have a whistle away from the ball. That's going to go against Ricky Harris. That's 3 on her.
They're just trying to rotate people on Sonato right now to guard her. They're shorter, so they're trying to really create contact. Sonato's doing a good job keeping herself composed, just posting like you're supposed to.
And just stay active. 17 first half points for Monica Sonato. Clark will throw it in along the baseline, looks inside, and then has to drop it off for McKenna Warnock, who will fire a three-pointer. That just is a little bit short off the right side. McMahon gets rebound, gets it to Harris, and then the ball batted up in the air by McKenna Warnock into the hands of Gabby Marshall, who gets it to Clark, who fires it inside to Warnock, who hands it off to Sonato and has to whip a pass out high to Marshall. Now a Poulter on the right wing. Warnock back to Clark.
Oh!
Pass inside to Sonato, and a charge is going to be called. Sonato
so
with
pretty.
a clear out.
That was a pretty pass, though, by a little wraparound pass from Clark on that drive. That wasn't a foul. We just saw the replay.
Yeah,
I didn't really see what happened during that play, so I couldn't comment. But we just saw the replay. Definitely, the player just fell.
The two Ohio State players got tangled up. 65-32, 7:30 left to go. Third quarter, Hawks with the lead, Ohio State with the basketball. Work the weave around the outer arc. Now J.C. Sheldon, cross-court pass, Mikesell for 3, right wing, drilled it.
Marshall's like, I was a little too far off of you, right? She knew that.
Yeah, that's one of the best shooters in the Big Ten for sure. Mikesell with 10. But the Hawks can withstand a few of those, no problem. Here's Clark at the free throw line, spins in the paint. Now reverses to the left side and is held. See if they get J.C. Sheldon with a reach. That's her first. Clark wanted to shoot free throws, but it'll be ball possession for Iowa on top 65-35. 7 to go, third quarter. Clark gets it back, wheels down the right side of the lane, scoop shot no good, just hung on the rim, fell out. Harris the rebound for Ohio State, ahead to J.C. Sheldon, has it knocked away by Marshall. And now Harris will fire a three, right wing no. Ohio State cold from the outside except for Mike Sell. And now the Hawks will walk the ball across the timeline with Caitlin Clark. And she'll fire a three-pointer.
Oh, my goodness.
Got knocked down and still hit it left to the top of the key.
Oh, Clark.
A deep three.
Something else. I mean, she just took like 2 dribbles past the half-court line and just was like, I'm going to take it.
Here's McMahon down the right side of the lane. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Put back is good. Cody McMahon with 14. Doing some good work in the paint. 68-37. We're under 6. Hawkeyes with the lead and the ball. Clark on the right wing. Looks for Stalky, then drives toward the baseline, and a bump will be called on Cody McMahon. That'll be her first, team's 4th in the quarter.
I will get the ball underneath.
That three was Clark's first basket in the quarter, and Caitlin will throw it in. Along the baseline, drops it off for Stalky, gets it back to Clark, three-pointer, rimming no. Hannah goes after the rebound, and looks like it was touched last off Ohio State, because Stalky stayed with it.
Yep, Stalky just keeping it alive. Those are the things I think Iowa's made adjustments on in the past year or two. You've seen them to get more of those touches because they know just that little touch can create an opportunity.
Hannah gets the pass, goes to work in the paint. Turnaround jump shot is up and no good, but Warnock goes after the rebound, but kind of climbed over the top of Ricky Harris. Yeah. Warnock with the foul.
Fouls-wise for the Hawkeyes, Kate Martin's the only one with kind of in any foul trouble with 3. 4 Ohio State players have 3 fouls, though.
68-37 Iowa. Led 61-24 at the half. J.C. Sheldon gets into the paint. Contact shot up, no good. Stalky the rebound. Gets it to Marshall. Now back to Hannah. Across the timeline to Sydney Falter. Dribbles it on the right side. Now goes to the free throw line. Paint shot, left hand, good.
She's a beast in the drives today. She's got that drive down.
Great use of the left hand by Sydney Falter. 70-35. Drive-in shot. McMahon, no. Goes after the rebound, tipped out of bounds by Hannah Stalky. It'll be Ohio State basketball on the baseline. Molly Davis in. Emma Shoemate comes back for Ohio State.
The thing about Iowa right now, they're just like, they're taking what, rather than fight against Ohio State and what they're trying to take away, then they're seeing like, well, what is open then? And they're doing a good job of seeing those holes down in the lane.
Clark will come out for a quick rest. Ohio State lob pass out to Harris on the left wing, and she immediately drives to the hoop. Shot is up and no good. Warnock goes after the rebound, stays with it, finally grabs it and gets it to Sydney Falter, who brings it across the timeline. Hey, play a little point, Sydney, huh? Now to Gabby Marshall in between the circles. Molly Davis still outside the arc, drives in the paint. Scoop shot is up and no good. Hannah Stalky, though, the rebound on the weak side, grabs it along the baseline, gets it to a Falter, who drives in and has it blocked away by McMahon. Looks like she lost her balance a little bit. Here's McMahon at the free throw line, drives paint, and a hold will be called on the Hawkeyes, Molly Davis.
Ooh, this has been a great third quarter. Iowa actually has scored 4 points less than Ohio State, but I think that, Ohio State's had a little bit of runs. They're fighting really hard, but Iowa's doing a good job withstanding it and keeping their composure. They don't have to rush anything today.
Timeout on the court with 4:23 left to go in the third. Iowa 70, Ohio State 37. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus, all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. The Hotel Kirkwood, named the Corridor Business Journal's 2022 Best Banquet and Event Venue. And awarded the AAA 4 Diamond Award for lodging. To make reservations, visit thehotelatKirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111 for more information.
Ohio State has outscored the Hawkeyes in the third, 13-9, but no problem. Iowa 70, Ohio State 37. Hawks just 3 out of 10 in the quarter, 1 for 4 from 3, knocked down a couple of free throws. In business, Mid-American Energy can help you save energy and add to your bottom line. Visit midamericanenergy.com to learn more. I want to thank United Healthcare for teaming up with the Hawkeyes to support and celebrate small businesses in the state of Iowa. United Healthcare, a proud sponsor of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Clark with 26. Sonato with 17 on 7 of 8 from the floor.
Yes.
And Sydney Fulter off the bench with 8.
I mean, she's just doing a lot of wonderful things in this tournament. I love her hustle plays. I like everything that she's trying to get her hands on the ball always. She has 3 boards for the Hawkeyes. She's driving in extremely hard. So I just like everything that's kind of her intensity, her ability to just get in there and contribute immediately.
And really, I think when you look at the beginning of the season to now, one of the most improved players on the team.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that.
So Cody McMahon at the free throw line. She has 7 in the quarter and gets this one to go. Hit the front iron and dropped in. One of the top freshmen in the Big Ten. Second one, good. Well, her and Hannah Stuelke will go at it the next 3+ years.
I know, right? I think that'll be a, it'll be a different type of battle. Oh.
And the Hawks turn it over against the pressure. Mike Self for 3, right wing, swishes it. And that's what got Ohio State back in yesterday against Indiana. But that was only a 24-point deficit. Hawks now break the pressure, get it to Molly Davis in the corner. Now a Fulter. Clark in between the circles, 70-42. And here's a steal by McMahon. Took it away from Sonato. Drives down the right side of the lane as it knocked away and out of bounds by Clark. But a foul will be called on Clark, her first. And McMahon right back at the free throw line. And this one a little bit deep and off the back of the iron. Hawks will get Martin and Warnock back in the game. McMahon with 9 points in the second half. makes the second. That's 1 out of 2. She has 17. 70-43, 3:54 left to go in the third.
And Iowa with a 27-point lead, they're going to just keep thinking, we're not going to allow you to even think this is possible to have another comeback today.
Hawks get it in the front court. Clark along the sideline, then has to put it off the shin of Theory. And the ball goes out of bounds. Hawkeyes will inbounds right in front of their own bench. They do so. Clark, lob pass inside to Sonato. Left-handed shot is up and no good, but is held by Ohio State's Ricky Harris.
And veteran move by Sonato, just keeping that ball up high, expecting there to be some type of contact. Nice placement also by Clark, because any way, left or right, it's gonna. The help side was right there.
Ricky Harris with 4 fouls out of the game in favor of J.C. Sheldon. And Monica Sonato at the free throw line. 3 out of 4 in the first half. First one is short. Hawkeyes have done a good job at the free throw line, now 16 of 19. Second one, perfect. That's Monica's first point in the quarter. She has 18, 70-43. 71-43. Mikesell for 3, right wing, no good. Rebound to Clark, pushes it ahead to Davis. The catch,
oh my God!
And the shot. How did she get that to go?
How did she catch it and then finish? She had her, I don't know. That was pretty impressive. But beautiful pass, really hard pass actually by Clark, but Davis took it up a notch in the speed.
McMahon, mid-range jumper, left wing, no good. Ball bounces around, right back to her. Fires it inside. Theory goes up strong in deep and is fouled by the Hawkeyes. That's 3 on McKenna Warnock.
That was a really cool fast break play.
One of the best we've seen.
It
Clark,
was. I don't know.
3/4 court.
I really thought it was too fast, and she was flying then. Davis had to fly in order to catch it.
And really made a one-hand catch with her right hand in stride, and then couldn't put it on the floor. Had
couldn't
to
slow
go right
down
up.
either, because she was in full speed. And she threw it up and felt like ran through the basket.
Free throws missed by Ohio State. Here is a three-pointer.
Yeah!
Gabby Marshall.
Another 3 for Gabby.
Well, you knew that was going in.
Everything coming up Gabby this year. But this tournament, man, Gabby Marshall, next level. Everybody knew she had it. You know the coaches always felt that about her. And everyone's seeing it in display, right? 9,000 plus people here watching her today. Just kind of get to that other level.
Knocked that one down from the right wing.
You also saw her stick her tongue out in like a fun way afterwards, which you don't normally see. So she's kind of also, you can, a little bit of that swagger to it, and really fun to watch her do that.
Well, how hard she has worked this year to regain that shot. It is really showing off here the last several games, but especially in the tournament. And Gabby Marshall, that's her second three-pointer to go along with the 7 that she hit last night. So that's 9 in the last 2 games. Timeout on the court, 2:58 left to go in the third. It's all Hawkeyes on Championship Sunday, 76-43 over Ohio State. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP, because everyone is a very important player.
The
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Hawkeyes' biggest lead at 37. That was at 9:37 of the third quarter. Now on a 6-0 run. The last 47 seconds, lead at 76-43. Molly's Cupcakes proudly serving their cookies and treats inside Kinnick Stadium and also Carver Hawkeye Arena. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by their downtown Iowa City location for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes, a proud supporter of the Hawkeyes.
Well, Iowa, I mean, Coach Bluter saw that we're having some struggles breaking the press. We're having a couple of turnovers we shouldn't have, so she went right back to putting in her starting five. And I think that great decision. Don't allow Ohio State to think there's a chance.
Sheldon with the basketball for the Buckeyes on the left wing. Deep in the corner to Shoemate. She'll fire a three-pointer. No, she's been cold the last couple of ball games. And the Hawks get the rebound. Down court pass, Caitlin Clark on the left side. Now gets it to Sonano. It's batted around, though, and into the hands of Warnock. Hey, when it's going right, it's going right.
Everything coming up Hawkeyes.
McKenna fires it into Sonano, and it's knocked away by McMahon into the hands of Mikesell. Across the timeline. Now Theory underneath. Goes up with the right hand on the left side. Scores and is fouled. And that'll be 2 on Clark. And Theory will be at the line to try to complete the three-point play. And that's been a positive for Ohio State, is they've had several opportunities at conventional three-point plays, and Theory makes the free throw. She has 11. And that sets up the full court pressure for Ohio State. Hawks have done a good job to keep that ball out of the corner, and it's tipped out of bounds. And Iowa will have it right around midcourt. That's what really hurt Indiana, Jamie, as we watched that game. They kept going to the corner.
They did.
And allowed Ohio State to double.
Iowa's doing a different press break than we've ever actually seen. They're having Clark inbound it, and she has such good eyes that why not, right? Why not have her inbound it, because she can see the court just next level.
Martin hands it to Marshall. Gabby brings it to the right side. Now the lob pass in attempted for Sonano, but stolen by McMahon. And then Marshall knocks it away. Mikesell and Sonano. That's a jump ball right at midcourt. Ohio State has the arrow.
A good touch by Marshall, because that was going to be a fast break for Ohio State, and now they're going to have to go into the half-court set.
Clark with 26 points, does have 11 assists, 7 rebounds, so a potential triple-double. Sheldon with the basketball in between the circles for Ohio State. Feeds McMahon on the right wing against Warnock. Now Theory at the free throw line. Back to McMahon. Now inside to Theory, down on the right block. She's doubled. Gets it to Mikesell. Her runner on the baseline is no good, but she is fouled, I believe, by Gabby Marshall. They make that Sonano. That's her third. 76-46 Iowa with 1:37 left to go in the third. Taylor Mikesell at the free throw line. Hannah Stalkey into the game for Monica Sonano. Hannah has 4. She had 8 at Ohio State back in January, along with 13 rebounds. Mikesell makes the first free throw. Had 13 against Indiana yesterday. Second free throw also good. Played a couple of years at Maryland and one at Oregon. 76-48. Down court pass received by Martin from Clark. And now Iowa will set up in the offensive zone. Here's Warnock, free throw line extended left. Feeds it right side. Martin now top of the key. Marshall back to Clark in that same area. 13 to shoot. Caitlin drives it to a wide open Kate Martin, who drills the three right in front of the Iowa bench.
Bonnie Martin. Kate's been pretty quiet offensively this game. Hasn't even taken a three until that point, and she nailed it.
Does have 9 now, though.
She does have 9. Just pretty quiet. She hasn't been looking for a shot as much.
And Shoemate answers with a 3 deep in the right corner. That's her first basket. 76-51, 50 seconds. Clark coast to coast layup. Count it. And she's fouled.
It's just, it almost looked too easy. It was just like, it's kind of when you've seen people like break tackles left and right. Like one player was guarding there, she drove past him. Another player came up, she drove past him. She drove right into the lane and made the free layup and drew a foul.
All the way to the rim. Kind of saw it at midcourt. Kind of weaved her way to the hoop. But Ohio State, not a lot of interest in stopping her, just a couple of reaches.
Right.
And the free throw no good. Ball batted around, and it looked like it was touched last by Iowa. Mike Sell was there. A touch last by the Hawkeyes, Ohio State basketball. 81-51. Hawks by 30. 40 seconds left to go in the third. 22 on the shot clock for Ohio State. McMahon in between the circles. Hands to Mike Sell, and she'll fire a deep 3 from Caitlin Clark range and make it.
Mike Sell, she has that range.
Yep, terrific shooter. Hawks get it into the front court, can hold for one with 20 seconds and an 81-54 advantage. Bristow comes out on her. Clark at the timeline. Stalky gets set for a screen at the top of the key. Caitlin, nice left side. Now gets it into Kate Martin, the runner at the buzzer.
You saw her spotting up for that 3, but she had enough time to take one dribble and put it up. I mean, that is court awareness. That's knowing what's going on. Of course that's going to go in today because this is the Hawkeyes game.
And that's back-to-back games, double figures for Kate Martin along the baseline. The little floater from about 12 feet, and she swished it to end the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. Iowa 10 minutes away from a Big Ten tournament title. Leading Ohio State 83-54. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately. Then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP because everyone is a very important player.
Woo-hoo!
Attention Hawk fans who buy your own health insurance. Wellmark is on your side and on the health insurance marketplace. Let's give it up for plans you can afford, the freedom to go to almost any doctor in Iowa, and free virtual care. Check out wellmark.com/swish to compare plans. In the third quarter, Iowa scored 22 points, 30 for Ohio State. The Hawks still good numbers, 8 out of 15 from the floor, 3 of 6 from 3. 3 out of 5 from the free throw line, but 17 of 21 from the stripe for the ballgame.
Right. I mean, they're still shooting amazingly. It's funny because them cooling off is 53% from the field, right? That's just ironic. And we just found out that there's a new Big Ten tournament record for single season attendance, 9,505.
Previous was 94-17.
Back in 2004. And that would have been largely because it was in Indiana, and I believe it was 2 local teams, if I remember. It was like Penn State and Purdue, maybe. Like 2 teams that were near there.
Over 9,500. Big Ten Tournament Championship Sunday record. Clark with the ball on the right wing to Warnock. Now to Marshall in between the circles. Caitlin now on the left wing. 83-54. Being defended by Shoemate. Deep 3, a little bit short, just left to the top of the key. As Thury gets the rebound, brings it into the front court all the way to the rim, but too strong with the left-handed layup. Clark gets the rebound across the timeline at the free throw line and then spins back out to the left side.
You just gotta wonder, is she gonna break some ankles right there, right? And she's like, no, not today. Not this time down.
And she's not too far away from a triple-double on the rebound side. Inside, Clark had the ball and then taken away by J.C. Sheldon, and then she lost it on the side. Clark thought she was fouled, but it'll be Iowa basketball anyway. (83-54). Just underway in the fourth quarter.
I was looking to inbound it. I don't really know what's the holdup.
Well, you got 30 seconds showing on the clock, and Coach Bluter just wants Iowa to work the ball. You know, nothing real quick. Don't have to be in any hurry now, right? Martin gets it into Clark. Now left wing, McKenna Warnock, high post area. That's Monica Sonano. Now to Marshall. On about a 3, now takes a couple of dribbles. Hands it off to Clark with 16. Lob pass inside. Sonano, left-handed layup is good.
That was a fancy pass, too. It had a nice loft to it. Oh.
Kind of a hook pass that time by Clark, and then the answer for Shoemate on the left wing. That's her second three-pointer. That sets up the Ohio State pressure. But Sonano comes to get the ball in the middle of the court. Now Warnock pushes it to Kate Martin. And Iowa in the front court with an 85-57 lead. Now Warnock gets down on the right block and is tied up by the Buckeyes. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Ohio State. I think one official wanted to call a travel, but the other one got the jump ball.
And both were happening. I don't know which one happened first. Was it the chicken or the egg? I don't know.
J.C. Sheldon in between the circles. Gets it left side to McMahon. 85-57 Hawkeyes, just underway, fourth quarter. McMahon gets it back from Shoemate. Now gets it to Mikesell in the paint. She turns, falls down, and a whistle and a kick will be called on the Hawkeyes. Ohio State will have it on the baseline. Clark now with 8 rebounds to go along with 28 points and 14 assists.
Just 14 assists.
Yeah, just. Here's Sheldon along the baseline against Clark and threw it away. Tried to get it in the corner to Mikesell, picked off by Gabby Marshall, who gets it to Kate Martin on the left wing. Right in front of the Iowa bench. Now Warnock, right wing. Takes a couple dribbles, hands it off to Clark. Lob pass into Sonano, catch, and shot is up and good off the window.
Amazing. Clark, they did a good job waiting, right? They waited and they waited. They moved the ball around, and that's when like the defense fell asleep on that help side. Perfect placement, nice pass, good finish.
15 assists for Clark, 22 points for Sonano, 87-57. Lead back to 30. McMahon goes to work in the paint and misses the shot. McKenna Warnock the rebound, and she's pushed from behind. Cody McMahon, her second. Hawks led 61-24 at the half. Clark, down court pass to Martin, who gets it to Sonato, gathers 2 more.
She just rocketed that pass. Only she could make that pass. She made it look simple. 3/4 of the court across to get there. And then the best is that Martin controls it, and Sonato had already released for an easy layup.
Mikesell, deep 3, right wing, drills it.
Mikesell's still hitting, man. She's 5 of 7 from three-point line today.
And that's 21 for Ohio State's leading scorer. And we've got timeout taken by Ohio State. When corn grows fuel, Iowans win. Ethanol is a renewable fuel. It's better for our environment, our health, and our wallets. Share your winning moments using hashtag #IowansWin. Plus, you'll be eligible for some fun corny giveaways. 6:57 left to go in the fourth. Iowa 89, Ohio State 60. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Caitlin Clark and Monica Sonato have combined for 50 points. And still 6:57 left to go in the ball game. Iowa 89, Ohio State 60. And of course, Caitlin Clark eyeing a triple-double. Those 28 points, 15 assists, and now 8 rebounds. So she's 2 rebounds away from a triple-double and only has 2 turnovers. Iowa has 22 assists and just 14 errors with the basketball. Hawks are 8 out of 15 from 3-point range. Clark 5 out of 11. Kate Martin 1 for 1. Gabby Marshall 2 for 2. Taylor Mikesell 5 out of 7 from 3 for Ohio State. Both teams have scored 6 points in the quarter.
Fans giving themselves a round of applause.
As they should.
Love it. How about that hustle? I made it to the bathroom and back. By the way, when I ran by the drums, I want you to know that I hit the cymbal.
I thought I heard something.
Did you? That was me.
Okay. Going back to your band days, huh?
I was a flautist.
Hawks with the basketball. Clark across the timeline. At 28 against Ohio State back in January. That's where she sits right now. Martin off a screen all the way to the rim. Nobody there. Kate with 13.
I love that she just kept going, right? She was like, I'll turn it if I can't. Yep, I'm going to turn it. That's wide open in the lane. Turned it really well. Really controlled layup.
Shoemate for 3, left wing, no. McMahon, the rebound, strong on the shot, and Clark comes away with the basketball. That's rebound number 9. Brings it across the timeline. On the right wing, whips a pass inside to Sonato. She turns off the window.
She's too tough. Sonato is too tough today. 11 of 12 from the field.
It was 11 of 13 against Ohio State in the only meeting during the regular season. And remember, she has the tournament scoring record for a year with 107.
She won't get that today, this time around, but I think 26 points in a championship game, at least right now, 26, ain't bad.
And she'll come out to a big hand.
Man, Monica Sonato just having a great game.
Picked up her 4th personal. Free throw no good by McMahon. 93-60. We're just under 6 minutes left to go. McMahon makes the second. She has 18, had 7 at the half.
One of the listeners, by the way, just said shout out to the flautist because she was also serving Sarah. Just want you to know.
Another thing in common.
Yeah, just lots of things in common.
Hawks in no hurry. Clark walks it across the timeline, gets it back from Marshall. Shoemate comes out on her in between the circles. 15 to shoot. Hawks working some clock. Now to Warnock, who drives paint. Shot is up and no good. Gets her own rebound. Strong finish. Couldn't get it to go, but will shoot 2.
She has that resilient attitude, though, right? When she goes to the free throw, or she goes for a drive, she's going to stick with it until it's done.
Shoemate picks up her second. Free throw, Warnock gets it to go. Hit the right side of the rim and fell in. Warnock with 3. Had 21 yesterday against Maryland.
See, Warnock at the free throw line reminds you of yesterday when she hit those very, very important free throws for the Hawkeyes.
Crucial down the stretch. Warnock makes the second. She has 4. 95-61. Mikesell for 3. This time skips off the left side of the rim. Caitlin Clark, the 10th rebound.
She's laughing.
Hey, did the fans know it too?
They all know. They love the triple-double for her. That was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Fans knew it. Clark knew it. Boy, she raced after that one. Now gets it inside to Stuckey. Can't finish on the right block. Rebound down to Ohio State. 95-61. We're under 5.
A surprise birthday party, by the way. Everyone just yelled.
McMahon drives down the right side. Missed the first. Got the second to go. And then a whistle and a foul is going to be called on McMahon. And she kind of bumped into Clark.
You gotta wonder if they're gonna review that one.
I think the officials are going to go take a look at it. McMahon got the second shot to go, and then all of a sudden kind of collided with Caitlin Clark.
Right. Oh, she definitely pushed her.
Yep,
I mean,
pushed her across the shoulder for sure.
That's going to be a flagrant, I think. Not a flagrant 2 or anything. It wasn't like at her face or anything, but it'll be a technical foul. Right? What would your assumption be? You tell me. I think that'll be, it was obviously an extension to push, right? It was not.
They certainly could call it.
Part of the play.
Certainly could call it for sure.
But this is what happened, right? Ohio State's frustrated right now.
And Clark at the line, makes the first. So that will go against McMahon. Second one also good. And that's 30 for Clark.
Coach Bluter was just laughing at that as Clark just gives a little, come on, a little bit more, fans.
So Iowa will have possession and gets it to Clark, whips it into the corner to Gabby Marshall for 3.
3 for 3. She's 3 for 3 from the 3-point today.
And
Gabby
this place
Marshall,
is deafening.
This is amazing. This is just everything they're doing together.
And that's 100 points now for the Hawkeyes. And here's a turnover, a falter down the left side of the lane. Shot is blocked by McMahon, and a whistle on Cody McMahon.
This is. Clark's yelling at, you heard that. You guys could hear that off of our microphone. That
Clark
was Clark
really getting the crowd into it as Molly Davis comes in.
I was going to say, Clark's probably going to go to the bench at this point.
At the 4:21 mark with a triple-double.
Oh, man. But Coach Bluder's also, this is what you got to do, because you got to protect Clark, because you can tell Ohio State is frustrated. And
yeah, that's a good move to get her out.
Take her out. You don't want her to get an injury from someone being frustrated with her.
Now this game's been over for a long time as a Fulter makes the free throw, and now she could get into double figures with 10. 101-63. Rimming no. Rebound taken down by Bristow of Ohio State. 4:15 left to go. Taylor McCabe will be in next dead ball. Mikesell for 3 straight away. No good. Rebound Hannah Stuckey. Gets it to a Fulter. Brings it across the timeline. Now Gabby Marshall. A deep three-pointer right in front of the Iowa bench.
And the thing is, Clark had the layup. She could have taken it, but I like that she did that decision to kick it out for a beautiful three for Gabby.
Now Fulter gets it back to Marshall. Now to McKenna Warnock for 3. That's an air ball from the right wing. Rebound taken down by McMahon. Goes all the way down the lane and scores off the window. And an Iowa foul.
She doesn't play like it's her first year, right?
Good player.
She's aggressive. She's more aggressive than most first years you're going to see out there.
Averaged almost 15 points a game. And Gabby Marshall, a big hand for her as she leaves.
Just an amazing. She only had 9 points today, but she was the one that they were focusing on, actually. Her and Clark. Those were the 2 focus points for Ohio State. You could see that they had Mikesell, one of their best defenders, on her. She was denying Marshall, which they weren't denying most everyone else.
McMahon makes the free throw. She has 23. Lob pass into Hannah Stuckey. Gathers, goes up, and finishes off the window. Great pass by Warnock.
Beautifully placed, and Stuckey again kept the ball high. Nice finish. Good positioning.
103-66. Just complete domination today. Here's Mikesell, left wing. She'll fire a three-pointer and drill it.
Mikesell is 6 of 10 from the three-point line.
Mikesell and McMahon have been very good. They've combined for 46 of Ohio State's 69 points. A Fulter, left wing, drives to the hoop, shot no, but she's fouled and will be back at the free throw line. Bristow picks up her 4th, 103-69, 2:46 left to go. Addie O'Grady back on for the Hawkeyes, had a basket in the first half. Hannah Stuckey and Warnock to the bench, and how cool is it that Coach Bluder gets to empty the bench in a championship game.
And she would have, I think she would have done it sooner, but Ohio State is so aggressive. You just don't, again, you just didn't want anything to chance it. And so I think it was a good decision.
Free throw good for a Fulter. That's 10 now for Sydney. Second one, good. Climbed over the front of the rim. 105-69. We'll have to head to the record book, too, about how many.
About the most points?
In a tournament game. Ohio State with the ball, working it around the arc. Gets it to the high post area for Walker. Gets it back to McMahon. 9 to shoot for Ohio State. Now Ricky Harris into the corner, shoemate for 3, in and out. And McCabe gets the rebound in the paint. Taylor brings it into the front court for the Hawkeyes. Now Davis, right wing. Shatia Wettering into the game, makes a move. Lost control of the ball, dug up by shoemate. Ahead to Bristow. She circles in the paint, gets it back to shoemate. She fires a three-pointer, no good. Nice box out and rebound by Shatia Wettering. And a jump ball will be called in the backcourt. And that's one where Shatia probably could have dribbled out of.
Points in a game is 111. So if Iowa scores 6 more, and that was back in 2018 in the Indiana versus Michigan State game. So if they can 6 more points, which is definitely a possibility with 2 minutes left in the game.
Under 2, Molly Davis in between the circles. Taylor McCabe, right wing. Now back to Davis. Now McCabe for 3, right side. No good. A.J. Ediger gets the rebound and does a good job. Take a couple dribbles and Iowa will reset. Shatia Wettering. Now to a Fulter. And she tried to get it inside to Wettering. And Ricky Harris hit the deck. Let's see if the foul will go against Shatia.
Here's one record they are most likely going to get. Field goal percentage. Best field goal percentage was Ohio State versus Penn State back in 2014 with 62.1%. Iowa currently has 64.3. So a lot would have to go wrong for Iowa to drop that low. So they probably got that. Just looking at all the records right now, and I can keep filling you in on them.
And Jada Gyamfi comes into the game. 1:26 left to go. 105-69. Here's Harris, little runner, right wing, no. And she'll shoot a pair as Sharon Goodman will come into the ball game.
Just getting these nice subs in, getting people out here on the court so they can experience this. A.J. Edgar got right in and got some boards for the Hawkeyes.
Free throw. That's an air ball by Harris. She hasn't scored. Not a big score.
And she got in foul trouble, so she was out for a bit. But yeah, she is not a huge scorer for them.
Second one way off the mark. Offensive rebound, though, taken down by Ohio State. Getting some new faces in there as Shoemate launches a three-pointer right side, no. The ball goes out of bounds. Over to the Hawkeyes.
And while they bring this ball up, quick shout out to my mom and dad for taking care of my children so we could stay here.
They've been busy.
They have been. 3 kids, that's a lot. And my husband was helping out, you know, but he had his own work. But thank you to them. Hi to Vinny, Bennett, and Sydney. I will see you maybe tonight. Hopefully you're asleep, but maybe.
Here's Goodman at the elbow. Back to McCabe, top of the key. 105-69. Sharon Goodman now to Wettering, and she'll drive baseline, spin, gets it out to Gyamfi with 3 seconds to go. Shot is up and no good off the side of the glass. Kind of lost control of it, and it's dug up by Ohio State. Bristow now into the corner. The jumper is up and good by Henderson. 5'6" freshman. 105-72. Hawks can't run it down to nothing. Goodman along the baseline. Now McCabe, she'll fire a 2, in and out, no. Goodman goes after the rebound, and it's touched last. Looks like by Ohio State, so now the Hawks can run it down with 17 seconds left to go. 105-72. Get it into McCabe out near the timeline.
There.
Now Wettering.
Won't look for it.
Nope.
Davis will hold it.
With 7 seconds. Crowd comes alive. Jan Jensen.
Oh my goodness.
And Lisa Bluter embrace. And there it is. A championship Sunday afternoon at the Target Center, better known as Carver North.
Carver North, man, it was roaring today. Setting attendance records left and right. That's what Hawkeye fans do.
Back to back Big Ten tournament championships for Lisa Bluter and the Iowa Hawkeyes as they destroy Ohio State this afternoon, 105-72.
I mean, we could take breaths during this, right? It wasn't super intense, but you just kept thinking, like, maybe they're going to do something. Maybe Ohio State's going to figure it out because they figured it out against Indiana, but not today. Iowa did an amazing job breaking the press, but more so, they were complete fire from the field.
And right from the start, led 26-9 after one, fueled by a 16-0 run, and never look back. Led 61-24 at the half, win it 105-72 behind a triple-double from Caitlin Clark. Well, the ceremony about ready to start at midcourt, and we'll have it for you as well as plenty of interviews.
A lot of interviews, so
celebrate
stick with us,
this
man.
Championship Sunday for the Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team, now 26-6, and who knows, a potential #1 seed in the NCAA tournament.
I agree. I think they've lined themselves up. If they don't, you got to be wondering why they wouldn't. They really represented themselves. They took down Maryland, Indiana, and Ohio State in the past 2 weeks from Sunday to Sunday.
105-72. Hawks win it, and we'll be back with a lot of post-game activity from the Target Center in Minneapolis. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP, because everyone is a very important player.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel, the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. Contact the Jill Armstrong team, Wisconsin Realty, for all of your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
Woo! Got my nachos, got my big TV, and my favorite chair. It's game time. But you know, the only thing that would make it a little better is if I could listen to my local broadcasters while watching the game.
Hello. You must have wished for your game to be synced with TV and radio.
I sure did.
Do you have a DVR?
You bet.
Do you have a streaming device?
Yeah.
Blammo! Your game is now synced. It's that easy.
Oh, boy.
To see if you can get synced, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield.
Syncmygame.com?
Syncmygame.com.
All right, and we're here with Coach Lisa Bluter, Big Ten tournament champs.
Yeah, that feels pretty good. I'm telling you, I'm so proud of these groups. They were amazing. They were so focused. They were so, together. It was just such a good feeling out there. That second quarter may have been the best quarter of basketball we've ever played and I've ever seen.
I would second that. We were just talking about how amazing. You thought the first quarter was great, and then you went into that second quarter, and you somehow turned it up a notch, and we're like, how did that even happen?
I know.
How do you get
sometimes
hotter?
It's that confidence, right? And everything feels good, and Kaylin was feeling it, but everybody was just in tune. And Monica, we got the ball to her so well when they were in that front. I was just really happy with our passing into the post.
And, Coach, a 16-0 run in the first quarter. That doesn't happen very often.
No, not against the 14th ranked team in the country. And, Ohio State, we have so much respect for their program, and we knew with J.C. Sheldon back they were going to be good, and we knew we had to handle the press. And I really think after the first 5 minutes, we had too many turnovers there, but then we settled down.
And 9 of 18 from three-point range. As you mentioned, Clark was feeling it, and how cool to get a triple-double on a championship Sunday.
How about the reception?
I believe it's ever been done in Big Ten history. If she's not the best player in America, I don't know what else you can do.
Wasn't it
absolutely
awesome,
nothing
that
else
reception,
you can do.
though, when she got that rebound? You hear all the fans. And Clark,
Yeah,
you don't see her, Clark,
knew.
smile like that much, and immediately
She was grinning. She was grinning. She was having fun out there.
Okay. All right. So, Coach Bluter, what do you think this means for your team? Other than the fact you get to celebrate and be Big Ten champs the second time over, but the next step is an NCAA tournament. What do you think this could mean for your team?
Well, I don't know. Everybody was predicting, 1 seeds for Maryland and for Indiana. I do not know why we would not be a 1 seed. I just don't know why that wouldn't happen. How many top 10 teams and top 15 teams have we beaten in the last 6 this year, and just this
And then today you beat 3. From Sunday to Sunday, you beat 3. You beat Indiana, Maryland, and then today Ohio State.
I mean, I don't know what else we can do for our resume besides that.
In a very
Pretty
difficult
amazing.
league.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, my gosh, yeah.
We think you're amazing. The team was great. We want you to go and celebrate
Yes,
Coach
thanks,
Bluter.
guys.
Anything for these fans who's
Hawkeye
listening? Maybe?
fans, man, if you're listening back home, we're sorry you weren't here, but these Hawk fans here were great. You back at home, we appreciate you. We'll see you in the NCAA tournament.
It kind of felt like a loud carver there at the end, wasn't it?
It was. Thanks, Coach.
Coach Lisa Bluter, all smiles as you would expect after a huge Hawkeye victory, 105-72 to win 3 straight here in Minneapolis, taking care of Purdue 69-58, Maryland 89-84, and 105-72 today. 105 points in the championship game.
I mean, it was just unreal, right? The whole time, I think everyone just kept watching, like, is this seriously happening? Are they really going to win it this easily? And Iowa, man, if anyone was questioning if they're a good team, this tournament right here should have solidified. Iowa's legit. Iowa's legit, and it's not just Clark, but Clark is a big part of it.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye Women's Basketball. So they're getting the stage set at midcourt, and of course we'll have the all-tournament team, the most valuable player, and the big trophy. Find some room now in the locker room for another Big Ten championship trophy.
They're running out of space. They're running out of space with all of these happening. They had to have room for 2 last year, and they're getting 1 this year. A well-earned one this year. This was a really great Big Ten tournament for the Hawkeyes, and I agree with Coach Bluter. It would be shocking now. Shocking for them to not get. It doesn't mean Indiana doesn't get a '1, but Iowa should be up there.
Jamie, let's dive into the statistics individually. Of course, led by Caitlin's 30 points, 17 assists, and 10 rebounds, a triple-double, as Coach Bluter said, for the first time ever in history. And
Clark
now
takes
Caitlin
center
Clark
stage,
up there.
literally center stage right now, absorbing every single moment. Clark has just had a day. She's had a day.
Had a year.
She's had a year, but today was like, right, it's like the cherry on top. Like, how's she going to do? She's going to do amazing. But other Hawkeyes definitely came out to play alongside of her today. Monica Sonano, 26 points, 11 of 12 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. 13 from Kate Martin on some fabulous shooting. She didn't shoot a lot, but she hit what she shot. 5 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from the three-point line. Sydney Fultzer ended in double digits as well. Came in hard drives, 2 from 3 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. 9 from Gabby Marshall on perfect 3 of 3 shooting from the three-point line, and that's got to put her to about probably 70% over. I can't remember what the last game that went back to, but
the last 5 games would be 22 of 37.
It just seems not even real. So then McKenna Warnock added 4 points, 4 points from Molly Davis, and 6 from Hannah Stolke, and 2 from Addie O'Grady.
Well, let's pause on the stats and join into the celebration at midcourt.
Now, fans, to introduce the 2023 tournament champions, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Number 1, Holly Davis. Number 2, Taylor McKay. Number 3, Sydney Fultzer. Number 4, Kylie Feuerbach. Number 13, Shatea Weathering. Number 14, Jada Jimfy. Number 34, AJ Ediger. Number 40, Sharon Goodman. Number 44, Addison O'Grady. Number 45, Hannah Stokey. Number 14, McKenna Warnock. Number 20, Kate Martin. Number 22, Caitlin Clark. Number 24, Gabby Marshall. And number 25, Monica Sinano. Head coach of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Lisa Bluder. And now we turn it over to Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren to begin today's award celebration. Take it away, Commissioner.
First, I'd like to congratulate Ohio State University and Coach McGough on a great season, a great tournament. But today is about the University of Iowa. I want to thank our fans, our sponsors, Target, the city of Minneapolis, for all that you've done. This has been an outstanding women's basketball tournament. We'll be back here next year for the women's tournament and the men's tournament, and I think Minneapolis showed how powerful this city is from a basketball standpoint. I also like to thank Big Ten Network and all of our media partners, but let's get down to the business. You have a phenomenal coach and Coach Lisa Bluder. Coach, congratulations. It's hard to win one tournament championship, but to do it back-to-back is truly amazing. So with that, I'd like to bring Coach Bluder up here. Coach. This is our 30th tournament. We broke the attendance record today. Thank you to the fans for coming out, supporting the tournament, and congratulations, Coach, and the amazing, amazing Iowa women's basketball team. Congratulations.
Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren. And now the trophy. And the confetti.
We said it was going to be bigger here, but it's black and gold. You gotta love that.
Yep, 3 times the confetti as last year. Hawkeyes all up on the stage, players, coaches.
There's a lot coming out.
It's a full force celebration, and why not? As Kevin Warren said, an amazing accomplishment to win one, but when you get back-to-back, that is really difficult to do, especially in this league that is so tough year in and year out.
Like we just talked to Coach Bluder. I mean, Iowa, just because of their conference, the toughness in the conference, they played 3 teams that are top 15 teams in 8 days. I mean, it's impressive. It is impressive.
And you talk about momentum, Jamie. You know, this team's been good all season long. A couple of stumbles along the way.
Yep.
But right now, it just seems to be playing, by far, its best basketball.
Right. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing what they've been able to do. And these Hawkeyes. Oh, we got the people. They're doing the old snow angels, the snow angel move with the confetti. It's a popular one.
I remember Megan Gustafson doing that back in 2019.
Yes. I mean, this is just the fun part, right? They get to celebrate. They get to, I mean, that's the joy of the championship like this, right? Is that you get to do all of this stuff, right? You get to do the celebration. You get the confetti. You get Abby Stamp coming over. It's alive.
And here's Coach Bluter.
You guys are amazing. We broke the attendance record because of you. You turned this place into Farmer North. Back-to-back is special, but why not go ahead and do it again next year? I'm so proud of these women and what they've done. Honestly, this week they were so focused. It was a business trip. They worked their tails off. They focused. But they've been incredible, really, all year long. But this team has been blessed. Honestly, we've been blessed. Again, we're a women of faith, and nobody on this team got hurt during the year, except for Kylie. We stayed away from injury. We kept believing all the time, and we praise God for everything that He's given to us, and we're so, so very thankful. So now it's time for the NCAA tournament. We're going to see you in Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Abby Stamp joins us courtside, and Abby, what a phenomenal performance today. Did you kind of see this coming?
You know, I can't say we saw 105 to 72 or the way
But a
that
good
first half
performance.
went. But yeah, I think we all felt confidently. We knew yesterday's game was just going to be a real battle, the style that Maryland plays. And then obviously coming into this one, we were, most concerned about Ohio State's press, the way that they were able to turn Indiana over and come back late yesterday. But quite honestly, when a team presses us, there is the risk of some turnovers, but it really opens up the floor for our offense, allows us to move the ball, share the ball, get some more high percentage shots. And we knew we had the advantage in the paint today and really did a great job of hammering it in there as well.
And how about that start, too? After the first couple of minutes, then you get a 16-0 run. That's hard to do in this atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, you saw there was definitely some jitters early, right? We missed some shots, had some turnovers. So there was a little bit of that and a little bit of, like slow legs, that kind of thing. But, man, once we got going, it was just a clinic out there, and it was just so fun to watch. Hardly had to coach them. They were just in an element of their own.
And how about, what do you say about Caitlin Clark? I mean, we've seen it all season long, but a triple-double in a championship game, as Coach Bluter said, that's never been done before.
That's incredible, and really a moment I'll never forget is her getting that rebound in our entire crowd, knowing the stat line and her smile as she's dribbling down the floor with that. Just really, really cool. And yeah, she was really locked in, and isn't it just crazy how she can distribute the ball? Just really, really amazing, the passes she was making today. The most amazing one's the one that got called back on the kickball. That was incredible.
How important was it to get Monica those touches in the paint?
Yeah, I mean, the last few times out, we've really struggled to get the ball inside. So that has been a big focus of ours. And I think, they were just undersized enough. They had the front, and we really do a good job with that front, being able to pass it in there. And obviously the way Gabby shot yesterday, nobody was going to provide any help off of her. A little bit of a reason that she didn't get as many looks today, but did knock down all three, right, that she got. So stayed hot. Yeah, and 7 of 13 yesterday. And that's my next question. How important is that, to have Gabby Marshall play the way that she's very capable of playing? Yeah, I mean, definitely. It just stretches things out so much, right? When you've got Caitlin with the ball in her hands and Monica sitting in the middle, if you can't send any extra help in there, which you really can't with Gabby, the way Kate's been able to shoot it, and McKenna, obviously. So that balance is what we're going to need to rattle off another streak here in the postseason. And you got to feel like you're taking a ton of momentum into the NCAA tournament, playing really good basketball. Yeah, definitely. I mean, and I think that's just a trademark of Coach Bluter as well. I mean, the big thing is, a lot of it is the X's and O's and how you're getting up and down the floor and how you're executing. But also, this is a team that they still love playing together. It's a long season, and they love playing together all the way till the very end. There's a lot of teams that's probably not the case. So, yeah, we're having a blast out there. We're having a blast every day in practice. It's kind of like running a marathon, right? Like you train. We put all the work in June, July. September, October, November, and then, you know, the reward really pays off now. So you're not as much practice, you get a prep and just go out and play the game, and it's a lot of fun.
Now the hard part, we got to sit around for 2 weeks. Not sit around, but I'm ready for another game.
Yeah, I think their bodies will use a little break and just get a little reset, but these guys are going to be focused. This is not the trophy we're after necessarily. So we'll get locked back in after a little recoup next week.
Abby, last question. All 5 starters in double figures last night, but some really nice production off the bench today.
Yeah, definitely. Sydney Altfilter has just done an outstanding job, and she went in and really made some great reads on getting to the rim, finished well. Got knocked down about 8 times out there.
She can handle that.
Yeah, she can. Still comes up with a smile on her face, so did a great job. And then got Hannah Stolke going back again as well. Molly Davis made a couple good plays. So, yeah, that's been key for us, and that's probably a big part of why we're playing good down the stretch is we're not as tired as we have been in the past, potentially.
Sure are. Abby, appreciate it.
Thanks, Rob.
Continue
Big Ten
the
champ
celebration.
number 2 for you as well. You and Jamie. Champs
3.
Champs times 3. Holy cow. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that's you got to go back to 2019. Never forget that one. Abby Stamp, assistant coach for the Hawkeyes, does such a tremendous job. Joining us on the post-game show. And Jamie, the all-tournament team was announced, correct?
Right, the all-tournament team, they sure were announced. Okay, so I think I wrote them down. It was Diamond Miller, and that was not a surprise. Actually, this is basically how we voted for the most part. Diamond Miller, McMahon for Ohio State. Oh, and Monica Sonato's here. Hey, girl, do you want to put this on? You'll be able to hear us. Hey.
Hello.
Everyone can hear you.
Okay,
We can hear you, right?
I love that, yes.
Okay, so we'll pause on that. And Monica Sonato, I didn't even get to your name, but you are on this list. Congratulations, Big Ten tournament team. How you feeling?
It's feeling surreal. It's so much fun. This team deserves it, every single person on the team, so I'm so happy that we all get to experience it together.
You were amazing today. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna post fangirl crush on you on that one.
Thank you very much.
You did amazing. What did it mean to be able to come out and just basically almost be 100% from the field, 11 of 12, and be able to help your team in that manner?
Yeah, I mean, it felt really good. They might not have needed me to do that today, but it was really nice to be able to provide it. It's just fun seeing all your shots go down, especially in a game like this, high intensity. But I'm glad this team, it was a full team effort today. I think everybody got minutes on the court, so that's just great for everybody involved.
Also, to be able to get this Big Ten championship, to get to here over the past 8 days, we were just talking about it, you beat Indiana on Sunday.
Yep.
Last Sunday. It feels like forever ago,
really
right? Beat them, then you beat Purdue, and then you beat Maryland yesterday. They were ahead of us in the rankings, number 5 in the nation.
Yep.
And then today you took down Ohio State, who is like number 13 in the nation.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about knowing where your team is at this point as you near NCAAs?
Yeah, I mean, this is when you want to start hitting your stride, and I think we've done nothing but prove that. We know that the sky's the limit for this team. Ask anybody, and we still think we haven't reached our absolute fullest potential. So it's great. It feels so good to kind of be peaking at the right time, and I'm just so happy for everybody in our circle.
All right. Well, we want to – oh, Rob has a question.
I think I know the answer to this. Have you ever lost a game in your home state?
He would never ask it. He's telling you the truth.
Not in college, honestly, not in college.
Yeah, I mean at Iowa.
Rob already knew the answer to that.
I don't think I have, which is pretty BA.
It is pretty BA. That's exactly what it is. Well, you are pretty BA, your team is BA, and you go out and you go enjoy cutting down that net.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, thanks, Monica.
Appreciate
Great game.
it, Monica.
Thank you.
26 points for Monica Sonato. Yeah, I don't think ever lost.
No.
Lost a game at Minnesota, and obviously here today.
Right, and they didn't play in Minnesota this year, so this was their first time kind of heading up there. And wow, this was a great game. I was trying to show this live, and so I'm going to turn this off here in a second. And it was, I mean, this is so much fun. People don't understand, like, yeah, Iowa's a great team, but all of these things are things that they want, and they want to celebrate, and they work so hard to get this type of thing. The hardware that Abby's talking about, these are important. They are things that they've worked for day in, day out since they came to Iowa. Just amazing.
Well, we'll take a break and be back with more post-game, more celebration after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
So get to your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner. Oh, I think you... I meant U.S. Bank. I knew that. U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us. Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders, plus all the regular banking stuff. If only it could make coffee. Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you're in the eastern Iowa area, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor. And Options Exteriors, your preferred local roofing and exterior company. Handling all of your exterior needs from roofing, siding, windows, and gutters. They've got you covered. Providing free damage inspections and help filing insurance claims. Call 319-343-6376.
At Mid-American Energy, we want to help keep you safe around power lines and electrical equipment. Always assume a power line is energized, even if it's on the ground. To avoid the risk of an accidental shock or electrocution, avoid touching a power line with anything. And when you see high voltage warnings on transformers and substations, stay away. We care about you and your safety. Get more tips at midamericanenergy.com.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
105-72, Iowa over Ohio State. Molly Davis joins us on the postgame show. And Molly, this is why you came to Iowa, right?
Yeah, I mean, first time Big Ten champ. Nothing feels better.
So Molly, today we were just talking about this during the break. Probably. Do you think it was maybe the wildest fast break you've ever had?
Yeah, absolutely. There was nothing like that.
When you saw her throw that ball to you, were you like, wow, you really added some speed to it?
Yeah, I don't think she's used to throwing to 5'7" people, so.
But you turned that speed up, and you said in the break, you didn't even look at the basket?
No, I didn't look at the basket. Didn't know it went in until I heard everyone cheering, so.
That is wonderful. And also for today, so you've been able to break some presses that are some of the best presses in the nation. Like, what did that mean as a guard to be able to work through that and see that today and basically handle it?
Yeah, we watched a lot of film, especially at the Indiana game. I think they had a little bit of trouble breaking that press, and we knew that was going to be a key in order to win this game. So I think that was a big focus for us in the shoot around this morning and the film sessions leading up today. And it was good to see that we were able to break it so easily.
How loud was it today?
Hey, Carver North, baby. So it was really loud, and it's great to see that all the Hawkeye fans and not a lot of Ohio State fans.
And as you look forward now, what are you looking forward to the most? Is it going to be Selection Sunday? Is it going to be just the atmosphere that's coming around with this, the ability to play in Carver? Maybe I'm taking all your answers from you.
I think all of the above.
Okay.
Just everything about the NCAA tournament is what we're all looking forward to.
Well, thank you for joining us, Molly, and we're going to hand off to Sydney Fulter, but you'd had a great game today, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is wonderful. I love this.
This would be great every game,
This
right?
is like my dream.
Molly's a dog. The Chiefs are going to be calling her after that layup.
I saw that one-handed catch.
We talked about that, right?
That's all I got to say.
It was insane. And speaking of insane, let's talk about your ability to dive on the floor in these games. Are you okay? That's what
I am totally fine. I'm good.
A lot of amazing things. I saw a cool photo that Coach Stamp posted. Where you are literally, your full body is in the air. Nothing is touching the ground, but soon your whole body will be on top of the ball. And that was in the previous game against Maryland. I bet you remember that moment.
I do.
But your effort, your hustle, you got 11 points today for the Hawkeyes. What was it like being out there on the court today?
I mean, it was just awesome. Like, that was an awesome game. Everyone did their part. And every time I go on the floor, I'm going to play as hard as I can, no matter how many minutes I get. So that's kind of how I play, and that's what I'm going to do.
Today, the atmosphere, you had all of these fans here, still here, a lot of people still celebrating alongside of you. Do you think it was the same as Carver? We were calling it Carver North. Was it as loud?
It definitely was. I mean, our fans are insane. The fact that 9,000 of them came up here, I mean, that's crazy. We really do have the best fans in the nation.
And then looking forward, NCAA tournament coming up, Selection Sunday. Are you already starting to think about what you're going to do when you get to hear your name call in that possible seed now that we know there could be a chance at it moving up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to get too high after this big win. We're not going to get too low ever. But we just got to stay composed and keep it on.
Sydney, what has it been about your season? Seem to be getting more aggressive on offense, and just to kind of take me through how much more comfortable you might be than maybe you were even your freshman year.
Yeah, I mean, every time I go out there, it's a lot of confidence thing, honestly. I mean, in practice, I'm going hard every single time. And so I just got to keep that same mentality when I go in the game. It's a game I love. That's why I play it, and I shouldn't have any pressure.
Well, it's showing. Terrific job.
Yeah, we loved you today. You did great this tournament. Thanks, Sydney.
All right,
go cut down some more net. Do some celebrating.
Let's go.
Throw some confetti around. Huh? There's plenty of it.
There is a lot of it. The most ever. Thanks, Sydney.
Celebration continues on the court.
As everyone's going up and cutting down the net. See a lot of fans down here. This is such a fun atmosphere. You got to love everything that's happening right now. And I think maybe Kate Martin's on her way over, so let's not go to break.
No.
Because we got Kate the Great. Oh, my God, I love it.
Jumping in pictures and everything, huh? Why
Kate. Kate the Great. Just on my live Instagram. Don't worry, there's only like 10 followers.
You're so young.
Oh my God, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're my favorite.
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody say that to you
No one
before.
has, and I love every moment of it. I will absorb it. And more so, Kate Martin, are you absorbing being the Big Ten champs for the second year in the row?
Again.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. It's kind of surreal right now. I don't have very many words to describe how I'm feeling, but I mean, just happiness, just thankful, grateful, and I'm really happy for this whole group and for our coaches and everybody, for you guys, for everybody
Thanks,
top to
Kate.
bottom. Yeah, I mean, you guys have put in work all year. I mean, let's keep it going.
Kate, we just need to hang out all the time,
I know,
right?
we
Which
do.
we basically do.
We do.
But,
On trips, we have some good conversations. So.
Kate, you today, though, you were spot on. You were 5 of 6 from the field. The 1-3 you took, you nailed it. But your ability, as everyone calls you, you are the glue, and you figure out the ways to contribute in ways that don't sometimes show up on a stat sheet. How are you feeling about this team and where they're at right now?
I mean, I think we're peaking at the right time. We've been playing our best basketball as of late, and when we have multiple shooters able to knock shots down, and you have the attention inside that Monica draws, the attention outside that Caitlin draws, and then you have Gabby McKenna, who can knock down shots like it's their job, you know, and me on the outside too. I mean, it's just, we're playing our best right now, and I think this is when you want to be playing your best, and I'm just really excited to see where we go this year, and I don't think we've even reached our potential yet.
Was there a favorite play? Sorry, that's a lot of pressure. Can you think of a favorite play when you were out on the court today or yesterday or the day before that really stands out to you as something where you're like, that's something I'm going to remember?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yesterday, McKenna's O-board kick out to Gabby for that 3 when we were tied, or to tie it. I think we were tied. And then today, I mean, there was just every single
Every
play.
moment.
Caitlin's full court pass to me, and then my
That
pass
was
to Monica.
Yep.
That was one of my favorites.
That's
from
insane.
today.
Who does that on an inbounds,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I just think that there were phenomenal plays from everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. I think this was a whole team win. Every single player got in today. Every single player contributed in one way or another, and I'm just really proud of everyone. They all deserve this.
Yes.
Kate, about that start, you guys looked like you were just ready to rock and roll right from the beginning and had a 16-0 run in the first quarter.
Yeah. I mean, I think we came out hot. We were ready. We've been here before. And when you get to this, I know we've been here the last 4 or 5 years, but this is rare air to get here. And so whenever you get to these moments, you want to capitalize. And I think we're so high energy, so focused, so ready to go out there and win. And so we left it all out on the court today.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time to come talk to us. We know you want to go celebrate. Anything for those Hawk fans listening in who are getting ready for this NCAA tournament coming up?
Yes, thanks for traveling here to Minneapolis. Coach Bluter was calling it Carver North all week.
She loves it. She loves Carver North.
We love Carver North, but we're excited to get back into Carver and pack our home court again. And so thank you, Hawk fans, for everybody who was watching and everybody who traveled here. And we love you guys.
How about that floater on the baseline?
Oh, yeah. It was so pretty.
Thanks. It was kind of a prayer, and it went in, but that was awesome.
It's quite the prayer. All right. Well, great job. And
thank you.
Yes,
Thank
go
you,
enjoy.
guys.
Thanks, Kate.
Thanks.
Kate Martin with 13 points and had 10 yesterday. A huge part of the Hawkeyes' success. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels when you're coming to the NCAA tournament. The Homewood Suites and the Home 2 Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. More postgame from Carver North, the Target Center, whatever you want to call it, in downtown Minneapolis. The Hawks are Big Ten tournament champs, 105-72 over Ohio State. This is Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At Oak Knoll, our mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, Executive Director. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served Iowa City for more than 55 years. Our team helps residents create home by living our values of caring, respect, enthusiasm, awareness, teamwork, and encouragement. If you're looking at retirement options, visit our website at oakknoll.com. We want you to lead life your way. Go Hawks!
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP because everyone is a very important player.
Woohoo!
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you buy your own health insurance, you deserve a doctor who's your biggest champion and coverage you can be confident in. And with new Wellmark health insurance plans featuring Unity Point Health, that's what you can expect. These plans help you build a relationship with your Unity Point Health primary care providers and network partners, starting with free preventive and virtual care, plus low copays for primary care with a doctor who always has your back. Connect with an agent to help you enroll at wellmark.com/UPH.
At US Cellular, we think phones are great, but they're not always great for us. Because while they connect us to so much, they can also distract us from, well, us. The us that actually laughs out loud with each other instead of just texting it. That knows being in the same room doesn't always mean being together. So let's find us again by putting our phones down. Not forever, just for 5. 5 days, 5 hours, even 5 minutes. Join US Cellular in the Phones Down for 5 challenge. Find out more at uscellular.com/findus.
Hawkeyes win the Big Ten tournament title 105-72 over Ohio State. 26th victory of the year. The all-tournament team got through about half of it before we started to get to some interviews. So we'll go back and recap. Diamond Miller from Maryland. Also Cody McMahon, who had 23 points today. Monica Sonano. And also Taylor Theory of Ohio State.
You're trying to read my handwriting.
Mike Sell.
That's Gabby Marshall.
Gabby
so
Marshall.
3 Iowa
Okay,
players.
good.
Yeah, 3 Iowa players were in that.
Well, she deserves it.
She does. I think Sonano, Clark, I just want to say, We voted on this. I have this on a live thing, Rob, not to terrify you. I don't know who's listening.
I've been on live before, don't worry. And then Caitlin Clark, of course, the MVP.
Right, Clark was the MVP. But today, though, I mean, Sonata was amazing. So when we were voting, I was like, we got to put 3 Iowa people, right? And it looks like everyone else agreed, though, that 3 Iowa players deserve to be on this all-tournament team. And it's just definitely worth it that 3 people have really shown today. And everyone was part of it. But, yeah, it's been a really fun run. It was a fun 3 days, a full 3 days, and, yeah.
And you kind of add in the week because of the Indiana game.
Right.
Last
it's
Sunday.
8 days. 8 days of amazing 4 basketball games for the Hawkeyes, and 3 of them against ranked teams. It's just absolutely something that should propel them. I will be shocked. Will you be shocked if they're not number 1? Do you think they're not? Let's do a percentage. What's your percentage chance?
I think they deserve it. If nothing strange happens from here on out, which it shouldn't, I would think that they should at least be that 4th number 1 seed.
I would agree. So what's your percentage? You're going away from my... I'm going to go 80%.
Yeah, I'll go 70-30.
You would go 70-30? Yeah. Okay, we're 70-30.
I think the worst case scenario,
80,
which is not all bad, is you're the number 1 2 seed.
Right. Which would also...
I'm not sure there's really much difference.
I don't really know.
Because, the tournament's all about matchups.
You know who would know? Abby Emmert, I feel like, would know these things. This is something she's really good at, is this, like, bracketology. And it's something that's...
Well, she'll have some time to dive into it, right? Well, let's relive some of the great action from today and listen in on some of the top plays. And Sonata the rebound. Gets it ahead to Clark across the timeline. Gets it into the corner. Gabby Marshall for 3. Stays hot.
She's still hot.
Harris really looking to shoot. She had 13 against Indiana yesterday, but only 4 of 17 from the floor. Clark on the right wing. Deep 3-pointer.
Oh, that was really pretty.
Pass. Now Clark will throw it in along the baseline. Gets it to Sonata. Back to Caitlin on the left wing. She'll fire a deep 3-pointer. Squared up. Knocked it down from the left wing. Timeout Ohio State as the Hawkeyes go up 20-7. Drops it off to Sydney Fulter in between the circles where it's 6. Now to Clark. Whips a pass inside. Hannah Stuckey there for the layup. And Iowa starts with the basketball. Here's Marshall, left wing, gets it to Clark. She'll fire a 3, left wing, count it, 29-9. A ball tipped around by Warnock into the hands of Clark, who finds Martin down court.
It's impossible.
Here's Warnock, free throw line extended left. Feeds it right side, Martin, now top of the key, Marshall. Back to Clark in that same area, 13 to shoot. Caitlin drives it to a wide open Kate Martin, who drills the 3 right in front of the Iowa bench. Now Warnock, right wing. Takes a couple dribbles, hands it off to Clark. Lob pass into Sonata, catch, and shot is up and good off the window.
Amazing, Clark.
15 assists for Clark, 22 points for Sonata, 87-57. So Iowa will have possession and gets it to Clark, whips it into the corner to Gabby Marshall for 3.
3 for 3. She's 3 for 3 from the 3 points today.
Some of today's top plays that resulted in a 105-72 victory over Ohio State for the Hawkeyes, who ended up 9 of 18 from 3-point range. Remember, last night against Maryland, shot 43s and made 15 of them. Monica Sonata, an incredible 11 out of 12 from the floor. Ended up with 26 points and also had 7 rebounds. And Caitlin Clark, a triple-double with 30 points on 9 of 17 from the floor, 5 of 11 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Had 10 rebounds and 17 assists to just 2 turnovers. 17 assists, 2 turnovers. You're locked in with those type of numbers. 105-72 as Iowa led for 36 minutes and 56 seconds. Ohio State for only 129, and the game was tied at 132. We'll be back to wrap up our coverage of an Iowa championship here in Minneapolis. Last year it was in Indianapolis. Now we focus north. Minneapolis, the Hawkeyes back-to-back Big Ten tournament champions, and don't forget, also won it in 2019 as well. 105-72 the final. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
We all love a good win. Catching up with friends, saving money at the pump, soaking up the perfect Iowa day, sitting down to a really, really good meal. These are the everyday delights that make us smile. These are the moments that connect us all as Iowans. And these are the wins that, more often than not, start with Iowa's farm families and the crop they're growing. Because when corn grows Iowa, Iowans win. Learn more about how to share your own wins at iowacorn.org/IowansWin.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
Honey, great news. I'm a VIP.
That's sweet. Don't forget the trash.
In life, not everyone recognizes you as the VIP you are, but the Iowa Lottery does.
We got a medium chai latte for VIP. VIP.
Join our VIP club by signing up at ialottery.com/VIP for exclusive Play It Again promotions, surprise contests, and even free plays. See how it works at ialottery.com/VIP because everyone is a very important player.
Woohoo!
You probably know that a natural gas leak smells like rotten eggs. But what does a gas leak look or sound like? If you hear a whooshing or hissing sound, see dirt, dust, or water spraying from an area, or you get dizzy or queasy, leave the area immediately. Then call 1-800-595-5325 once you're safely away. See MidAmericanEnergy.com for more safety tips.
Paid for by the customers of Mid-American Energy.
105-72, the Hawkeyes over the Ohio State Buckeyes to win the Big Ten tournament here in Minneapolis. Try to get a few words from Caitlin Clark here in a couple of minutes. The tournament most valuable player, back-to-back Big Ten Player of the Year honors, and should be National Player of the Year as well, especially with the performance that she had today. 9 out of 17, 5 of 11 from three-point range, 7 of 8 from the free throw line to go along with 17 assists, and then that last rebound in the last couple of minutes sealed the triple-double. And several occasions, as you probably remember throughout the year, she was either 1 assist or 1 rebound away from a triple-double. It sat on 9, but got it today in championship fashion. The Hawkeyes for the game, 36 of 58 for 62.1%. Indications are right now that that's a Big Ten tournament record. 9 out of 18 from three-point range. 50% of course. And from the free throw line, 24 of 29, 82.8%. Hawkeyes had 5 players in double figures in the win over Maryland, and today had Clark with 30, Sonata with 26. Kate Martin ended up with 13, had 4 at the half. And then, of course, Sydney Affolter coming off the bench with 11 on 2 of 3 shooting. Made 7 out of 8 from the free throw line and also contributed 3 rebounds. Other Hawkeyes that were able to score, McKenna Warnock ended up with 4. Gabby Marshall with 9 on 3 out of 3 from three-point range. Molly Davis with 4, including that spectacular fast break. And then also 2 for Addie O'Grady and 6 and 4 rebounds for Hannah Stulke. For Ohio State, 2 outstanding performances. Taylor Mikesell led the way with 24 points on 8 of 13 from the floor, 6 of 10 from 3. 23 points for Cody McMahon, outstanding freshman. 8 out of 18 from the floor, 7 of 9 from the free throw line, also had 7 rebounds. 13 points for Taylor Theory. 6 for Shoemate, made a couple of three-pointers coming off the bench, and Henderson also had a three-pointer. So the Hawkeyes will now wait for Selection Sunday. A little time off, get some rest, and kick it back into gear for the Big Ten. The Big Ten tournament champions will be ready for the NCAA tournament. Congratulations to the Drake Bulldogs men's basketball team. They are heading to the NCAA tournament with a 77-51 victory over Bradley in the Missouri Valley Conference Championship. The Iowa baseball team defeated Pepperdine today 10-1. They've won 6 in a row and now 9-1 on the season. Hawkeye men's team lost a tough one to Nebraska 81-77 despite Patrick McCaffrey's 23 points and made 6 three-pointers. And Jamie out on the court caught the tournament MVP and Caitlin Clark. Trying to get this taken care of here.
I won't even make you leave, okay? Here we go. Caitlin Clark, everybody wants to talk to you. I don't know why. Why do you think that is?
Dude, I wouldn't want to talk to me. Come on now.
Today's game was amazing. You had a triple-double. You won a Big Ten championship tournament again. How are you feeling? What's going on in that mind of yours?
Yeah, I'm just really grateful to be back here and do this. I don't think people realize how hard this is to get back to this point. You know, I've been in the championship game all 3 years I've been here, but to win it 2 times and back-to-back, it's pretty difficult, especially with the Big Ten Conference with how deep it is. But, you know, I thought we came out and played team basketball, and that's the reason we won. You know, we put our foot on the gas right from the start. So, and I'm just proud of this group.
You've had 3 days to play this game. 3 tough games, 3 games where you were getting shoved around, pushed, all of that kind of stuff. How did you keep going, and then how did you make today be your best game? How did that happen?
Yeah, you know, I thought the first 2 days, you know, I kind of really dove into my teammates, so I thought they really had to cover them up, so I knew I could get going to the basket, things like that. But also, you know, you can only take so many people away. When we're playing as good as we are across the board, you know, there's only so much they can do. But, you know, when you're playing for a Big Ten championship, it's a little easier to wake up in the morning.
All right, and how about all those fans are here?
Oh my God, they're awesome. The fans today were incredible. You know, this is one of the reasons I came here, because the fans are the best in America.
And you're amazing. Great game, and congrats. We'll see what happens.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jamie, thank you. Caitlin Clark, after this big-time championship Sunday, as Iowa defeats Ohio State 105-72. Scored by quarters, Iowa, they just raced out in the first quarter, and that was the difference. Had a 16-0 run, led 26-9 after 1, and then outscored Ohio State in the second quarter by 20 at 35-15, and that really was the ball game when it was 61-24,
right.
Jamie, and this is a lot of fun. The great thing
half.
is that now more basketball coming up, but we got to wait a little while.
You do have to wait a little bit, but it's always nice when you're not waiting on pins and needles, right? Iowa gets to go into this break. I'm sure they'll get multiple days of rest. And at this point, they're just fine-tuning, right? They don't need to gain bulk. They don't need to get quicker. They just need to fine-tune little things and keep going.
And that's exactly what the Hawkeyes will do. We'll host the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournaments, and we'll find out when and what time, of course, on Selection Sunday. Always a fun day, and it's been a fun tournament run once again, this time in Minneapolis. The Hawkeyes with 3 in a row in 3 days over Purdue 69-58, Maryland 89-84, and today over Ohio State 105-72. As always, really appreciate everybody that has tuned in today and all season long on the Hawkeye Radio Network, the Varsity Network app, Sirius XM Radio, the official Iowa Hawkeyes YouTube page. Appreciate it. It doesn't go unnoticed tuning in for Hawkeye coverage, and the product's been pretty great, right? I mean, there's pretty great games to call all season long.
We are pretty lucky, I'd say, Rob. I think I always think about that. I'm like, man, We are so lucky that we get amazing games to call all the time, and we get to see some of the best players in the nation playing. It's just, we're pretty lucky over here.
And we'll keep it going. The next game broadcast will be the first round of the NCAA tournament. March came in, roaring in this week here in Minneapolis. Final score once again, Iowa 105, Ohio State 72. The Iowa Hawkeyes are Big Ten tournament champions. For Jamie Cavey-Lang, I'm Rob Brooks. Again, thanks so much for tuning in today, and good night from the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye Women's Basketball has been brought to you by Authentic Brand. Unique Hawkeye apparel at authentic-brand.com. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Hy-Vee. Score big savings at HyVeeDeals.com. Iowa Lottery. Be a VIP with the Iowa Lottery. Visit IALottery.com for details. United Healthcare. Proud sponsors of Small Business Spotlight. Sign up your small business at HawkeyeSports.com/UHC. And by U.S. Bank. Proud to support Iowa basketball. U.S. Bank. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.